Hello and welcome to the Futro Hood Movie Gems podcast. I am your host, Ty Spiker Christensen. Ham! We've got Jordan Christensen on the podcast.
Ponyo, 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 Ponyo.
That was definitely in this movie. And we've got Cameron Mickle on the
The
podcast.
theme song.
So what's your mother like then? She's big and beautiful, but she can be very scary.
You, you
And
said
we've
it's
Just
got
like
definitely in the
my
movie.
mom.
Did you skip over the intro tag? Because that was the opening theme.
Ponyo, Ponyo, Ponyo. I don't even remember. Oh, that's right. There is like a
Yeah,
song.
every single Studio Ghibli always has like a song like that.
I
Same
think
with
I,
like
I might have skipped it.
Totoro, Totoro,
If
Totoro.
there was a claymation singing like in the front of Oscar, maybe I would have stopped and watched it. But
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like,
surprised Cameron watched it because usually you skip over those intros.
no, I just forgot it. Yeah. But you were like, Ponyo, Ponyo, Ponyo. Like, didn't sound like the song I heard at the
It
beginning.
sounded like I don't have a
Funny, funny,
quote, so I'm
funny.
just gonna say the name of the movie.
No, it really is the theme song. I love that song. Are you kidding me? It's like a little kid
It
song.
just me having not watched the movie, it sounded like it was just you didn't have a
Which is why we
quote.
brought on a special guest, Grant Mickle. Say hi to the
Yeah,
folks here.
I'm just here for the food.
There's there's refreshments. You guys are getting paid?
Nope,
All
not
right,
getting
shoot.
paid, that's for sure.
We're not getting paid, that's for sure. Uh, hey, he's getting $500,000. He's getting, I was only getting 12 grand. You guys are getting paid? All right. I don't know if everyone's seen Meet the Millers, but that part always makes me laugh. You guys are getting paid. Shoot, that's so funny. Guys, today we're reviewing Ponyo. Ponyo. I'm young.
Oh,
I'm young.
I'm young.
It's
I'm young.
Ponyo. I don't know
We
why
young.
it only has a 7.6 IMDb. Are people dumb or something? This is a beautiful film. Okay, so this movie's rated G. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. It came out in 2008. A 5-year-old boy develops a relationship with Ponyo, a young goldfish princess who longs to become human after falling in love with him. Oh, you might say it's a knockoff of Little Mermaid, but somehow it's like better than Little Mermaid. Dare I say it?
way better.
It is better, isn't it? I think
Yeah,
it's
I
better.
don't know that the musical numbers are as catchy as
Ponyo,
as Little
Ponyo,
Mermaid,
Ponyo.
but yeah, Disney definitely has the music down, but as far as characters and animation, Studio Ghibli knocks it out of the park.
My kids were squealing with delight watching this movie. So for the first time, when Ponyo like starts bubbling up or whatever, and then like escapes out of the prison that her dad set her in or whatever, and she boils up to the surface, and all the little Ponyos are swimming up with her. Like my kids were laughing hysterically, and they blow up out of the water and then like avoid the ships, and then later when she's running on the fish at the waves, like my kids were like squealing in delight. It was like the most charming and sweet thing. Like it even like melted my cold, calloused heart. It was just so good. Like it just
The
made me
Yeah,
Christmas of
think.
Heart grew three
There's
times a day.
yeah, my heart grew 3 times that day exactly.
yeah, these are the
Like,
movies I'm really excited to
yeah,
show the kids when my
it's
kids are older.
yeah,
Obviously, they're
it
not
was
old enough.
unreal. So rewatching it is always fun. My kids love this movie now. It's one of my favorites too to watch with them. And that queen, man, she's just beautiful, isn't she? And Ponyo looks like a chicken. So let's get into Jordan. What it was like watching it the first time and rewatching it for the podcast.
Um, what's really sad is this was playing in the theater, and when I was working at the movie theater, and I didn't even see it, which is like devastating. Uh, because I didn't get into anime until, because I was like, oh, anime, those weird kids at school, high school. But now it's like
Yeah,
somebody
can we be
introduced,
honest? Anime kids do such a disservice to this medium.
which is such a bummer because
I know, I'm
like,
like, can't we get cooler people to watch this stuff? At least in my
well,
high school, we should have had
well,
cooler people watching this, and it would have convinced me to. It's
and
good
I
stuff.
totally I regret that now. You're
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, like, and I'm so bummed I didn't take that
Dude, we should go
opportunity to.
bully those nerds, man. It's their fault for making us be so opposed. Dude, we should make a movie about
It's
middle-aged
called
men.
21 Jump Street, George Ty.
Yeah, yeah, that go back and bully their high school nerds because they gave anime such a bad rap because of their gross physical appearance and bad body odor and
Well,
acne. They made
it
us think that it wasn't
it
good.
it didn't help too. and that I was working at the movie theater, and a mom comes running out and saying, "There's a couple in the back making love," and so we had to go, and it was a bunch of
Wait,
kids.
he said
Well,
making love?
no, that I was trying to be less. It's a kids movie, all right? I was trying not to
People
be.
were
It's
having
just like
sex during
they're
Ponyo.
they're loving on each other. It's a
I
rated
did
G
not
film.
I did not expect Ponyo to be an aphrodisiac. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and they were pretty young too, and my coworker told the kids because he caught them. One of them ran out the exit, the other one ran to the bathroom, and he's like, "You're a kid, shouldn't you be like playing Pokemon cards?" And he just smiled at him. He's like, "Yeah." It's like,
What?
Crazy.
You had the weirdest viewing experience ever. Well, I guess this wasn't even part of the viewing
oh, that
experience
wasn't mine because
when
I
it was playing at the theater.
yeah. Anyways, and then finally,
Dude,
because
Jordan, I just realized something. Sorry to cut
uh,
you off.
yeah,
You give us so much more credibility as a movie podcast because you used to work at a movie theater. Thank you.
that gives us credibility. Okay.
None of us have ever
And,
worked at
and I
Blockbuster.
well, I
Yeah,
also
thank you for
studied
your service.
Thank you for
and
your
I
service,
also
Jordan.
studied film.
I've thrown
Uh,
so much garbage on the floor of a movie theater.
well,
I'm so sorry.
no, I don't care. Um, the it's funny because I also got a useless film degree.
Hey,
Are you
that
serious? You have a
There's
film
a there's
degree?
yeah
You've been doing a
there's a
movie
scene.
podcast for 3 years. I didn't even know you had a film degree.
Well, and a photography degree.
Let's go.
What's really funny is there's a scene where a kid's like mopping and cleaning a theater, and he's like, all I got is he's like, I got this useless film degree. This is all I get. Cleaning popcorn. That's basically it. But honestly, it was a dream job because I just got to talk about movies all day long.
I know.
Going back to this movie though,
Wish
it
we could
wasn't
have.
until this girl, I wouldn't even say I dated her, but we like talked to each other and on the phone because Alex tried to hook me up with her, but she's from a different state, and so we like talked on the phone, and then she mailed me a copy of all the Studio Ghibli movies, and then I went through and just like watched them.
you didn't marry
Um,
her, dude. What the heck?
I'm
I don't
very
know,
happy
dude.
with my
Jordan's
wife.
probably thinking about the high school girls that used to like anime. It's like, have you seen this woman? Do you know what she looks like?
Oh my gosh. But yeah, and like what Cameron's doing now is what I did a while ago. And Cameron's gone deeper than I did because I went and watched, after watching like Spirited Away, I went through and just started watching all the Studio Ghibli movies. This was on that list. And of course, like Ty said, you just like a little kid again. But I didn't get as far as Cameron. Cameron, he's still going. I'm surprised you haven't burnt out yet because I did after like watching half of them.
Yeah, some of them register with me, some don't. Like Ponyo was like an instant hit, but some like, oh my gosh, I still won't watch Spirited Away. I refuse to rewatch it.
Whatever. It's a masterpiece.
Ugh,
That's okay.
the movie's so weird. It makes me feel weird and uncomfortable watching it too.
Yeah, the parents. Wait.
Yeah, see Ty, that is one I need to rewatch because my first viewing experience was I was very like underwhelmed and disappointed. And right now, currently as it stands, it's actually my lowest rated Studio Ghibli, which I know like it's so many people's favorite. So I
Yeah.
just need to give it a rewatch. But I don't know, it was just like kind of similar to what you're talking about, Ty. It was just so overwhelming with like so much going on.
And too ambiguous, maybe with this. Maybe if I watched it now, I'd be like, oh, I get it. But like, I'm literally like, I don't get this movie, dude. Like,
Oh, for sure.
Ponyo makes sense to me. I know there's some fantastical elements, but it's just not that hard to grasp.
Well, and the messaging is much more subtle, whereas it feels like Spirited Away, kind of like an enemy situation where it's like if you don't
Yeah.
get the messaging, you kind of miss the whole movie. You're
Yeah.
like, what was the point of that? And it's like, oh, it's commitment. You're, oh, okay, now I
Oh, it's commitment. The girls are spending their life. Oh, I get it. Well, good stuff. And then I'd ask Grant for his opinion, but we don't care what his opinion is. He hasn't seen this movie, but he's just along for the free food. So, well, shoot, what are your two favorite things from this movie, Jordan? Why don't you hit us up first?
Oh, we're going right into it. Did everybody already go? Holy crap, that's fast.
Hi, you and I haven't even gone for
I
what
Yeah, I
was
was gonna
did. I
say,
said
I'm like,
watching it brought my kids so much delight, but I'm glad you guys
oh,
remembered my
oh,
stupid
that
kids.
was the
Cameron.
only thing that was the only thing you said.
Wait, what about you,
Yeah,
Cameron?
I mean that. I
Um,
don't know what else to say. Brought my
yeah,
kids joy.
watching it for the pod was the first time. Um,
Mm.
Yeah, it'd been one that I was like on the list, but it was like not as high on like to want to watch just because I don't have kids and I knew it was more catered toward the child audience. But yeah, I was just I think because I genuinely was just gonna be like, okay, I was expecting it similar to Kiki's Delivery Service, which is kind of like fun and sweet and like great animation, but like not one that I'm like really dying to go back and see. And I was just like really impressed and surprised at how I mean, maybe it's just because the animation is just so beautiful to look at that it's just like
Mm.
hard to not enjoy watching this, but I was like really pleasantly surprised at how fast it kind of went. Because I remember I watched the first 2 minutes some night at like I started at like 11 o'clock and I was like I could just tell I'm like I'm not in the mood for this movie. So I just was like it's probably best that I just watch it a different night. And then I ended up watching it like a week or two later and I was glad I waited, but yeah, it's just overall super enjoyable experience. I was very surprised.
Dude, I want a little boat like they had, dude. Just a little motorboat. I think
Which
Yeah.
that's
which one
awesome.
was the first one, Cameron, that got you into it though? Because both you and Ty used to be like kind of anti Ghibli until
The
which film?
first Ghibli I watched,
Well, that you ended up liking it because I know you
I
watched
I
Spirited
Princess
Away and you're
I
Mononoke
think
like,
I
for me.
watched
Ugh.
Spirited Away first, and then
yeah,
was
and then
like,
you took yeah.
long break, and then I think I watched Mononoke because I think somebody was like, oh well, Mononoke is
Yep.
like one of the highest rated aside from Spirited Away, and I
And
watched
Interesting.
that,
Yeah,
and I
you're
was
Hands
like,
right.
down. What's not
and
to
I watched
like, dude? People are
when I watched
firing
that, and I was
arrows
like,
and
oh
severing people's
wow,
arms off and decapitating people with arrows. That
yeah.
had me. Because
It,
I'm like
what
you. I think it was the same thing, Spirited Away. And then I watched Mononoke. I'm like, this is anime.
yeah, I was like,
Now
oh my
this
God.
is anime.
Yeah, and I was really impressed with Mononoke, and then I think the next one that I think I pretty soon after that saw Boy and the Heron, and I was like, my mind is literally
Ooh, I
exploding.
still
This
need to
is
see
so
that
good.
one. Yeah, I heard
It's
that's
Um,
good.
good. Oh, so good.
and then I think the one that was like, okay, I need a really deep dive was Grave of Fireflies, just because I was like, I didn't know like a little kid's animation could literally make me weep.
Yeah, I heard that's a sad one.
Yeah, but
Did you see Godzilla minus one? I keep telling everyone that scene. Yeah, oh, freak yeah, dude. That
Which
gets
movie?
me to cry too, dude.
Godzilla minus
So
one.
good.
Oh, yeah.
So good, dude.
Yeah, so Ty, just imagine
Yeah.
Godzilla minus
That,
one
that
animated and sadder.
and that one scene, you know the one I'm talking about, extended for an entire movie. I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I know. I don't know if I'll ever.
Oh,
I
it
miss
is
it
a
that
lot
much.
like Godzilla minus one. Yeah.
Of course it is. It's the same metaphor. It's the
Same,
same time. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same time, yeah, during the war.
hmm
Yeah, except no Godzilla, and it's just
That's why that
real
movie, that
tragedy.
scene really registered with me. Godzilla, you know the one if you've seen it. Oh, heartbreaking because you're just like I've never,
It's
yeah.
good.
Anyway, that's what made that movie so freaking good. It's about the characters. Literally, it's like Chernobyl. It's like, how do we deal with this disaster? It's so good. Anyway, um, okay, Cameron, how about your two favorite things?
I think my first favorite thing is kind of like what we've all been talking about. I think just the animation style. It's just, I mean, it truly shows. It makes sense why Hayao Miyazaki literally like hates Disney and like talks so much trash about them. It's just because he literally puts so much effort and like craft in like or so much effort and love and passion into his craft that you can just it shows. Like
Which is
just
funny because he ended up selling not his rights, but getting like Disney voicing acting.
yeah. Um, but
It probably killed his soul every time he like saw their
100%,
logo
yeah.
pop up
Like, I
before his
Yeah.
sold to the
movie.
white slavers,
Yes. Yeah,
like
George
George
But
Lucas.
Lucas.
Yeah.
but that's what it's just like because he like hand draws or his team hand draws every single like frame and stuff like that. And
Mm.
it truly it reminds me like the only I feel like comparable thing is the Spider-Verse movies, just because you truly
Or
feel like
early Disney.
yeah, true early Disney.
Yeah.
But it's the other thing too that is just it kind of goes for it's kind of into my second favorite thing, but it's like tied into the first is I just feel like my favorite thing, and I've watched even videos talking about like why Studio Ghibli is like so good for kids and just good for just like media consumers, is it just talks about kind of how it treats children as a very intelligent audience, like, and not just essentially like force feeding them and making it loud and like right in their face. And I also just love it. Like, it reminds me a lot also of Denny, where Villeneuve, how he has a lot of times where like he'll just it's just like unweighted shots and will just make you kind of feel in like in the atmosphere of where it's at. And it just that's why so I love reading some people's like letterbox reviews of different Ghibli movies. And they're like, why is my dream now to ride a bike in the Japanese like countryside? But it's just like because he makes like things like that seem so intriguing and so also like you just feel like you're a part and immersed into the environment. And I just think that's part of the reason why it's just like so enjoyable and so impressive is just the animation just feels like so impressive, but at the same time, not like all consuming. Because that's one thing as I will say, like Spider-Verse can almost be overwhelming. It's like a information overload because so many things are happening. Whereas I feel like Studio Ghibli is the reverse, where it's like almost like muted, but at the same time so vibrant. It's just I don't even know how to describe it. It's literally masterful.
Less is
Yeah,
more,
and
yeah.
or even like just yeah, like you said, Cameron, sometimes less is more. Like sometimes you're looking at an image and you're like, it looks fine, but then you're like yeah, I don't know how to describe what you're saying too, because I'm like, but there's some moments where you're looking at it and you're like, I don't even believe what I'm looking at right now.
Hmm.
Like if that even makes sense. Like that's literally how
100%.
I view this movie. Like there's scenes that are
Well,
like so beautiful and you're like, it feels like Avatar in
Majestical.
a way, right? Like
well, and I also make it feels like the contrast kind of like what Jordan was saying was the lesson more. Then it makes the moments of like explosion of color feel like
yeah.
so much more like
Yes.
surreal. Like when like the Mother Earth or the wife of Liam Neeson's voice actor character comes like underneath the boat, like her like the color that follows her, you're just like, oh my gosh, this is like
Mm.
unreal, and it like adds to like kind of like her aura and like beauty, and you're like, whoa. But at the same time, like the countryside in and of itself is also pretty. So it's just cool how it like can they can both coexist.
Also, I can't help but think that Disney like ripped off like Moana, the spirit of like the water, all from this. Like, there's so many movies where I'm like, you're just borrowing from other better movies, and like, and even if I were to argue that Little Mermaid, I'm like, this is still just a more charming version of Little Mermaid, and she's literally like a little redhead, so cute and endearing. Yeah, my daughter literally like the next morning when we made breakfast, we had like eggs and slices of ham, and my daughter's like, "Ham, this is just like Ponyo." It was like the cutest thing.
That's all.
I just can't get over it. My kids quote all the time. And then one other comment that my wife made that I loved, she's like, the husband's out at sea and he's like signaling to them using Morse code and everything that he's not going to be home. And then she gets all frustrated that night and goes to bed. And I'm like, yeah, who's here been, had a late night at work and upset their wife? Not just me, okay. But for some reason, my wife is like, oh, like we're not very different. Our cultures, like maybe there's differences, but like it's still funny to see that like the same things bother their women there that they do bother us here.
Yeah. Well,
I
and just
was
the
like, that's
commonalities
crazy.
that's why I feel like it
Yeah.
also adds to like the treating the kids like an intelligent audience because it's
Mm,
not like we're not going to dumb down the parent
yeah,
relationship like
yeah,
because children are going to see their parents' relationship in its truest form. So it's like why in children's movie is it going to be like completely different, you know? And it's like
yeah.
in this you see like the complexities of like, oh, well, mom's mad at dad, and it's like, but I'm still happy with dad, and he's like, we're getting to signal back to each other, and he's like,
Hmm.
tell mom like I love her and I'm sorry, and it's kind of fun seeing like you're like, oh, this feels like so much more natural and a real
Yeah,
relationship than like I feel like sometimes it just feels kind of forced in like other movies, especially animated movies.
yeah, yeah. I love it. Well, freak. We said our favorite
I
things. You guys want to throw out
y-
other things? Yeah, Jordan, you
yeah,
got
I just
something
want
to
to throw out really quick that I love that it captures what it's like to be a kid again. Because
say.
like
Hmm.
for whatever reason, I feel like a child, and him like taking the boat and then he's like on it and they're like going around. I don't know what it is. It just like
Yeah, well, and I love that he's like I'm busy. She's like, you're five, you can't be busy. And I love it too that it's like some crazy like catastrophic event happens and you just see like these kids like taking advantage of it by like trying to like essentially be like scavengers or whatever. And I love that the town's just like, oh, nice boat you got there. Like nobody's like, you need to get back inside. They're just like, well, yeah, they seem like they're doing all right.
Yeah. Well, and talk
Yeah,
about
it's
like
stressful too
the
when the freaking mom hydroplanes across and the dam and the water and all this. That stresses me out. Like some Studio Ghibli movies have like stakes, like real stakes in them. Like you said, you don't insult the kid's intelligence. I'm watching it and like my heart was breaking. I'm like, they're separated from their family. The mom went to go check on her, the was at the hospital, right, or the retirement community or something like that to help the people there and was waiting for her husband. And it's just like so stressful because you're like, oh my gosh, I hope she's okay. And you start dreading. You're like, is this movie gonna be like where their mom's dead? I'm happy to say no, it's not. Thankfully, she's okay. But holy crap, I believed it. I was like, is this gonna be that kind of movie? But like, it gives real stakes, and it doesn't feel cheap, and it feels earned, and it's just really impressive that he can do that. And I'm watching this movie. Like I remember watching what's the other one? It's not the castle one. What's the other one where there's like a cat bus? I don't know how to call it. Like there's a
oh,
My
My Neighbor
Neighbor
Totoro.
Totoro. Yeah. Yeah, that one too. I really enjoyed that one. But yeah, like it was sickening because they lose their daughter and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, like a missing kid is like the most stressful thing." Not that I've ever lost my kid, CPS that's listening on this call. But yeah, losing your kid at the market or, at church, you're like, "Oh my gosh, I've lost one of my kids."
I just
So,
love that despite the fact that it has like I I just wish they could that maybe they do teach classes on like completely breaking the rules of like fantasy just and then you're just along with it. Like the fact that they open the door and they're literally the entire thing had flooded up to their doorstep. Like I just love that. It's so
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Yeah,
Well,
and
and
like that's
oh
exactly how the kids would see it, right? Like even
Yes.
if it was just
Mm-hmm.
puddles, it's like
Yeah.
to them it's like it's a water world, right? Like
Yeah.
I love that.
well,
And
yeah, and it
having
just
the
makes me
adults
think of
realize
like even in like when we lived in Texas, like we would get like a mini river between our house and our neighbors, and it's like we would hop in like cardboard boxes and like try to like slide down it. And so it's like just like you're saying, it's like maybe even if in reality it wasn't like all encompassing, it's like it would feel like oh my gosh, there's a giant river or like the ocean.
Yeah.
But then another thing too, I was watching like a YouTube video, kind of like a video essay talking about how Miyazaki writes male characters, and it's really interesting how different he often he like shows essentially strength through like kindness and caring, and he just like consistently across all of his movies shows like men being super um like kind and sweet and innocent, and he shows how like there's multiple ways to be essentially like a strong man that doesn't necessarily have to just be like the traditional like oh hard like I'm not gonna like express my emotions and like I'm just gonna suffer through this hard stuff, but like shows like in Ponyo like this like he's such a good kid, and I love that the test is like oh well is he actually good for my daughter, and it's just like no yeah he's literally just like this innocent super sweet boy, like there's literally nothing like evil about him, and I love that that's like his strength. It's not like oh he's super hardworking and super smart or driven. It's just like no he's like
provide
super
for your
nice.
daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me just of like of the quote from About Time where he's just like, um, he's like the most important thing you can find in like a person is someone who's kind,
Mm,
and like that's what I just think is cool. It's just showing like these two kids that it doesn't necessarily matter like their personalities or this or that or like whether they're what family they come from. It's like, well, are they going to be kind to each other and treat each other good?
yeah.
It just promotes like much better messages than like, oh, you need to do this or this. It's just like, yeah, just be nice. I can be someone that's nice to other people.
He's a suitor. He's bona fide. I love it. Great observations. But yeah, my goodness, I think this one is the mandatory viewing. Princess Mononoke is not for all ages. This is like for all ages. This is a Paddington
Yeah.
Bear too.
This is
Like
maybe
you
our
have to
most
see it.
all audiences recommendation that we've
Yeah,
maybe ever
like
done on the podcast.
yeah, holy cow. This is like the first G-rated film we've done. I don't know. Paddington Bear I think was PG.
It's peachy.
Yeah.
This is probably the first G
The
movie we
old
reviewed on here. It's an old G. It's an old G-rated film. That Ponyo causing trouble and ruckus, making a mess. No, and so endearing when the lights go out and the kids are like running around in the dark with the
Can we
lights and
talk
she
about
smashes
this
into the
mother's
sliding.
driving?
She runs into the sliding glass door,
Dude,
which
that
was
was literally the first thing when I was watching it. I was like, she needs to have her license revoked tomorrow. I'm like, she's endangering her child every time she's entering into that vehicle, and she's like,
sliding.
but like you're saying, Ty, like even those moments, you're like, okay, they're not gonna die like 13 minutes into the movie, but you're like nervous because there's stakes, and you're like, yo,
Yeah.
lady, like you're going like 85 miles an hour. It's in the rain on a curve.
Well, and the scene with the big oh my gosh, what is it? Ship coming in, and you're like, she's not gonna make it.
Yeah,
I
and they're like,
know.
don't pass. She's
I
like,
know. And then she's like hydroplaning everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's not gonna make it. That's it. The movie's over. And then
yeah,
like there's something so sweet. I think every kid knows this. When you bring that toy or something to school, like a pet, or you find a snake or something, and you try to
Yes,
hide it from someone, and then someone rats on you. There's just nothing worse. But I think we've all been there where he has Ponyo in like a little bucket, and she like like shoots water up at the other girl's face, and she freaks out, and you're just like, "Oh, you're gonna ruin this!" And then she's like, "Yeah, where do I put you?" You know. Anyway, it's just so funny trying to hide something when you bring something to school that you're not supposed to. It's
yeah,
just
or even siblings like hiding something that you like
yeah,
you don't want like your siblings to see, or even friends. You're like,
yeah.
oh,
Hide a
oh.
GameCube in your closet.
it was an ex. Well, yeah,
Next
and I
box.
had
Or hide your brother's Halloween candy.
I don't remember that.
I used to hide Grant's Halloween candy because he would leave it in a drawer, so I'd steal it and then hide it and slowly eat it. So he
Well, it's
would,
because it would still be my drawer by like Christmas, and then Cameron would
That's
be
so
like, start eating it. And I'm like, hey, that's
that,
my candy.
yeah. Because then
that's my candy.
if I ever asked him, I said, hey, could I have some of those like the candy in your drawer? He's like, no, that's my candy. I want it. I'm like, you haven't touched it in 2.5 months, bro. Let me have it. Like, well, maybe, and then
Great.
he'd
I'm
always eat
saving
one in
it.
front of me, and then I'm like, what the fudge? And then he would forget about it until like Easter, and I'm like, bro, what the?
I do not know I had that candy since Easter's.
Yeah, but you will not believe the adrenaline. I've never felt like more of a junkie than sneaking into his room, and I'm like unwrapping airheads and shoving them in my mouth, like trying to hear his footsteps going down the hall.
You gotta like swallow it or like just
Yeah, I'm
chew
like,
it. So yeah, you're not trying.
I had a roommate that like I would find chocolate wrappers everywhere. He would just hide them in places. I'm like, you don't need to hide them from me. Just throw them in the freaking trash. He would like everywhere. Would just sit down. So I'm like, what is that sound? I
His wrappers
hid
under
him
his
in the
pillow,
cracks.
his
that's
bed.
hilarious.
Oh
But yeah,
shoot,
I think we
that's
all
good.
definitely would recommend.
Oh, don't speak for me, Cameron. I wouldn't recommend this movie. It's rated G. It's for babies.
That's a baby
Yeah,
story.
I think this is also an easy like like kind of segue into Studio Ghibli. It's obviously like on the much more milder and like lighter hearted, but
It yeah,
still
even
like
more feels like a kids movie.
yeah. But like even his other stuff, it's like still pretty lighthearted and like might ta tackle like a tough subject here or there, but
Yeah, I feel like The Boy and the Heron and Spirited Away are more on the adult, leaning
yeah.
towards
Hmm.
mature. Well,
And even like
actually,
Mononoke is
And
more
Princess
like
Princess
Mononoke.
Mononoke as
adult-ish,
well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
not
Princess
quite.
Mononoke. Beheadings and arrows,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know,
Sorry, that one too.
arms getting.
But I mean, a lot of it is like very enticing, like as a to a kid. Like as long as they're like probably like 10-ish or above, like it's like talking wolves, the gorillas.
You heard it
I
Yeah.
here
love the
first, folks.
gorillas.
Cameron believes that children should be allowed to watch
Princess Mononoke.
Princess Mononoke.
I brought it into my youth and I talked about it. And I'm like, there's nothing in this movie that isn't in the Book of Mormon.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, there you go.
Get
Good
heads
stuff.
chopping off, you know.
Heads getting chopped off. Good stuff. Well, shoot. Yeah, anything else you want to throw out in Ponyo? Like I said, we mentioned like this, the innocence of children, but yeah, like the world being flooded, the camping, like if the power goes out, that is like such a fun time when you're a kid. You're like, I guess it's time to get out the lanterns and flashlights. Like kids love that. It's just fun. But
And I also like how she gives her son like responsibility. Like he wants to go to with her, and then she's like, "No, your responsibility is make sure that Ponyo's safe and okay. So I'm gonna leave you in charge here." And like instead of just being like, "Oh yeah, I have to just drag you everywhere," it's like, putting trust in him to like make good decisions and like be accountable.
Going back to the really pretty Earth Mother or whatever, I cried. Dude, like I was just thinking of like Heavenly Mother and stuff. I don't know. Not sorry for getting religious here, but I just seriously, it's really cool. I just thought she's such a beautiful portrayal of like the earth and
Hmm.
so
Yeah, it is beautiful. I don't know that I would say I cried, but but another Studio
Once
Ghibli
again,
did.
Jordan demonstrating that he doesn't know where to cry appropriately during a movie.
But I will say, Jordan, another Studio Ghibli did make me weep last week.
Grave of Fireflies. That one made you
Oh,
weep.
yeah, a different one.
Oh,
A
well.
different one. And it might be a little recency
Porco
bias, but
Rosso?
no, Porco Rosso did not make me cry. But that movie is
It's a
awesome.
pig that can fly.
What
But
movie was it?
but his story is actually crazy. Like the reason, yeah, it's
Wait,
Which movie?
which
Which one?
movie?
Porco Rosso. No, just his backstory actually is insane though.
Oh, you did cry at that one.
No, I did not cry in Porco
Oh,
Rosso, but I'm
which one
just
did
saying.
you cry?
Um, I don't know. You have to see it.
Oh
It's
my
it's it's it's
gosh.
something that well, I'll talk about it, but it's something that potentially might. Definitely gonna make my top 200 and might make my top 100.
Right
I
on.
don't okay. I don't know why we're being secretive. Am I supposed
Yeah,
to watch it
yeah, yeah.
first? Is that
Tell
why?
us already.
No, I'm literally gonna talk about it once I talk about all the movies. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
it
what
was
you've
The
Stay
Wind
seen.
tuned.
Rises.
Next
Holy
episode.
mercy. Yeah. Dora's like, why are you hiding it from
I'll
me?
leave it on a cliffhanger to
Did you
get
wait
people to
three
coming back,
minutes
you
when I
know?
go to my movie and explain everything I liked about it? Like,
Stay
holy.
tuned next week.
Stay tuned and
Well, I
find
thought we
out.
were
Tune
already
in
getting
next
into what
week.
we've seen
What,
lately
what makes Cameron cry?
Tune in
because
next
I,
week.
I
What
thought we
makes
were
Is
Cameron
it
already.
nipple
cry?
twists?
Are we? Are we transitioning? I thought we were transitioning because we
We
said
are
we were
transitioning.
conditioning,
No one's
and then
transitioning on this
now Cameron
podcast. I
gets to take
want
the
the
next,
listeners to know we are all not transitioning.
and now Cameron's taking the next half an hour to tell us what he's seen lately.
No, I'm gonna try my best to be really quick.
Wait,
Um,
Cameron's transitioning right before our eyes. This is beautiful. You're beautiful and brave, Cameron.
You just made me spit all over my mic.
I do want to do the spiel about what I'm doing.
Sure.
What?
Yeah, Cameron, you should probably go
Yeah, what are
first.
you doing, Cameron?
No,
What are
no,
you
we should
doing,
hear from
Cameron?
Jordan because Jordan's gonna fall asleep.
No, well, I was gonna say Ty needs to do the spiel at the end of every single episode. We talk about what we've seen lately and what we're looking forward to. Golly.
I
It's almost
mean,
like I'm
you
the
can
host of this
stop watching
podcast.
like 800 movies and then it wouldn't take so long. It's really your fault.
Yeah, see, I've watched 12 movies so far this month, and not to mention we're watching three different shows.
Where do you find the time? Oh, that's right. You don't have kids, unlike anyone else on this podcast.
Yeah, and sometimes I watch movies while I'm at work in between helping
To
customers
optimize maximum productivity, not for my employer, but for my life.
for my letterbox.
Movies while at work. What do you do for work that you're watching movies?
Customer service. So
Oh my word. Yeah,
That's what I
please
did
hold.
when I
Like,
when I
this is
worked
my
at
favorite part.
when I worked at Apple, and that's when I discovered Cube 2.
When I was a quality assurance intern, I watched movies. I watched all of Lost, and I took a nap under my cubicle desk. And I was like, "Yeah, that was probably a bridge too far. Like, you can watch TVs on your computer. At least look busy. Don't be taking a nap under your desk, snoring under the. Yeah, that was not good. But
okay, then who wants to go first? Because I'll go last, I guess.
Cameron, just go.
What the fudge? I thought literally everyone said that they were gonna go before me, and then and now I'm okay. Whatever.
No, we were all just like, it doesn't need to do the spiel. Just start talking about what you've seen.
yeah, what made you cry, Cameron?
Sorry,
Yeah,
Grant, is
Cameron.
this your podcast or is
It all
this my
started when I
entire?
was born. Yeah,
What made you cry,
it's mine
Cameron?
and Cameron's.
What showed that you
So
actually have a soul?
okay, so what? Allie has never seen Parks and Rec somehow, but has seen.
Parks and Recs made you cry?
No, oh
No,
my goodness,
I
he's
literally
oh
already
my
told you what made me
goodness.
cry. You're so special. Um,
But
so
everybody was talking at the same time, so I couldn't hear.
yeah, I know. So you just have to wait another 2 minutes.
You mean another half an hour?
Okay, so we've been watching Parks and Rec because Allie's never seen it, and we're already almost on season 3. because we're just flying through
Ta
it.
Ta is going to be very excited
Is
because she
season one
watches
even
that every
worth
single night.
watching, or do you skip season one? I remember there's good
Season
Yeah,
one's
moments.
great.
It's
no,
good.
season one is rough. Season one is the reason
Season
why
rough.
when I immediately started it after The Office, and then I stopped after 3 episodes, and then waited 6 months, and then somebody was like, they were like, "Oh yeah, Parks and Rec is my second favorite show." I'm like, "Bro, that or that show sucks. It's literally just copy and paste The Office because
Yeah.
Leslie's literally just want to be Michael." And he was like, "Get through the first season, I guarantee you'll love it." And first season, I showed Allie, and after episode two, she was hooked, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, if you're liking season one, I'm like, we're in for a treat."
Good. I was worried you
Andy's
skipped
good.
it. I was like, are you kidding me? Season
No,
one
yeah,
No,
is
you,
great.
there's
have
good
to.
moments like Andy, like, and again, the writers talked about it. They're like, all we had to do was make Leslie Knope like the
Well,
yes
she had
man,
to find her
and
character. Yeah.
right, no, no, but also everyone's reaction to her because she has so much delusionment in the first season, where it's like her life is like in shambles, like, and she doesn't realize it. Whereas later on, it's
Mm.
like, no, she's just so overbearing and so sweet and like over prepared, like, and everyone like is reacting differently. They talked about it, and I was like, wow, just a small change like that
Yeah.
completely saved the show, really. Like, so
100%.
I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and then also been watching rewatching Teen Titans because it's a masterpiece. What can I say? And then we also have been watching The Night Agent, but it's kind of meh. I told Al
Night Agent?
Night Agent, yeah, it's on Netflix. I
Did you
told Allie,
see Night
Yeah. I
Asian?
watched that with Elise. Night Agent.
Asian.
and I told Allie that she could watch it on her own because I was kind of like, I watched the first 2 episodes and like it's just
The
at least
first season, the first season's really good. The second season just goes
yeah, I
downhill.
couldn't get into the
They
first.
make the same decision
It's
mistakes,
just
and it's
it's
just
a little
like
too on the cheesy action side for me, but Allie loves it, and that's just like so up her
Whatever.
alley.
You love cheesy. You like Jack Reacher.
Yeah, see, but that has enough like brutal deaths where ripping people in half, and I'm like, yes. Whereas Night Agent's like,
And
there's
what
just
was
not enough shooting and killing, and so I'm like, okay, if
what's
you're
the
gonna be cheesy, and more people need to die, bro.
what's the Jim Caviezel show? That one's also cheesy.
Person of interest, that's amazing.
Dude, and getting really cheesy, you're like obsessed with like Flash and Arrow and all of that stuff.
Okay, yeah, but those are
No, I have to be
masterpieces.
honest. Yeah, I do want to. I remember hearing Flash and Daredevil and Punisher were so good. So I found this website. You guys probably already know about it, but the rankings of the TV shows. So like, what I'm going to start doing, and something I've wanted to do, is they list every like IMDb of every episode of all the seasons, so you can see like golden episodes of
Yeah.
like that best represents the show. And I was actually going to go through and watch like some of like the best episodes of certain shows and be like,
But that does
yeah,
a lot of those moments pay off because you watch the rest of it.
true, but like you have to keep in mind they do rank the episode as like a story in and of itself.
Okay.
I'll show you the website. It's really cool though, because like one interesting thing is to see shows that started to drop off. Like they have a good quality. Game of Thrones literally turns to hot trash the last season.
Well,
It's
of course,
amazing.
but that's a million other
No, no, no.
seasons you
But
could
like
watch.
I just assumed some people were upset with it, but like they literally are poorly rated. And it's like
Yeah.
that's interesting. Like there's other shows too, like The Office, where it's like I always thought like season three, like they must have some diamond episodes. They had like 4 or 5 episodes that they ever considered diamond. Like Stress Relief was one of them that played after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Goodbye Michael, part one and two, and then like the finale. I'm like, that's crazy. You only had like 4 or 5 bangers. But then there's a lot of like really, really great episodes. Anyway, it's a really interesting website because like I just go in and type some of my favorite shows and I'm like, yeah, I mostly agree with this. Or like you watch Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, some of them have like some episodes and you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that
But those moments,
episode was
like
like,
going
Yeah,
back to
see,
Breaking Bad, that only works if you watch the whole thing.
no,
Anyways,
like, oh my gosh, how do I
you
explain
can't
this
just
to you?
watch
I've
moments.
watched the series finale 3 times, Ty, and I was like, yeah, this was okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, Cameron. Like, I understand what you're saying, Jordan, that yes, like it's like
Wait,
watching Juju
Cameron
without any
just said
depth.
against you, Ty. Are you
Yeah, Ty, I'm
listening?
saying I've
Wait,
Listen.
listen.
never watched Breaking Bad, but I've seen the series finale of Breaking Bad 3 times. I've watched
Now,
episodes 1 through 7 of season one, and then I've
The
seen the
finale's
series
no,
great.
finale.
It's
not
a
because
diamond
he wanted
episode.
to. He's not saying it's good. He's. Are you saying it's good, Cameron?
Well, no, yeah, I was just saying that
He's
it doesn't
rewatched
have
it three times, is
it
what I
has like
heard.
It had no
well, just
weight
be,
for him.
yeah, no, yeah, because my roommates would play it, and I would just be in the room. But yeah, it would have no weight to me because they were like, "Dude, isn't this insane?" And I'm like, I guess, yeah. I'm
Like
like,
I said, I'm still going to defend what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, Jordan, that there are like there obviously it will be more impactful if you've seen the show, but I'm also not
Yes.
interested in watching 18 hours of like an anime or like some other comedy show. And I'm like, there's 5 good episodes of New Girl. Good. I'll watch those 5 episodes and I'll
Well,
move on with my life or
it's
whatever.
like honest trailer. They're like, oh, isn't that scene so cool? And I'm like, I don't know. I have because I've watched that about Breaking Bad before I watched Breaking Bad. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't see why it's cool. And then watching the show, I'm like, holy fudge! Like when that moment finally hit, you're like, when he hucks that thing at the ground and
Holy
all the windows
smokes.
explode, you're just like, oh shoot!
um, but
I
yeah, so then,
agree.
and then for my birthday, I made Allie watch finish season one of Avatar with a gun to her head, and then I also started the Pokemon movie with her, and she was like
Did she
20 minutes.
cry at
Your
the end?
mother cried in this,
No,
is what
no,
she
like
asked.
no, I said I was like my mom cried in this, so I was like I'm expecting a lot. And then like 20 minutes in, she was getting kind of tired, and then the next day I asked her, I'm like, "Do you have any desire to finish that?" She's like, "Not right now." Um, I'm
Like,
like, dude,
we haven't
I was
we haven't
watching it,
been
and I'm
married
like,
long
why
enough.
is all of Mewtwo's dialogue just amazing? He's like, "This can't be what I was made for." He's like, "I must have more of a purpose." I'm like, why is this
Bro's cooking.
even
Dude, I
profound?
I rewatched it and
We
I'm like,
dreamed of
man, this
creating the
is
world's strongest Pokemon, and
something
we
something's
succeeded.
Yeah, and
something's wrong with me. I think it's still just so good.
it's so good, dude.
I
Yeah,
love
she was
Pokemon.
high,
It's
but
literally Frankenstein. They just ripped it off Frankenstein. That's all
There
it
you
um,
is.
go. There's another one that's better than the Guillermo's.
and then
Pokemon.
A
um,
lot of better Frankenstein
A
things than
but
better
almost
but
Frankenstein
anything.
then
remake.
like that's been mentioned on the uh, and then I also watched rewatched Blink twice. Showed some friends that not
Was Colton there? Because Colton only
yeah.
gave it 3 stars. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, not as good on the rewatch, but still kind of fun seeing like rewatching
The
it, knowing
twist is
the
crazy.
twist. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
twist, the initial twist is really fun. It dropped down kind of from a 9 to an 8 for
Yeah, blink
me.
twice, you miss it. It's crazy.
Dude, yeah, your friends seriously can make my movies drop too. Like, I Saw the Devil, it dropped way low after watching it with your friends.
No,
Yeah, I
yeah, I'm
don't.
bummed because
I thought that same thing. I was like, maybe I'll watch I Saw the Devil with like my friends, and I was like, I looked at the IMDb, and I'm like, well, I don't remember most of this stuff, but I don't think I can finish this.
you're like,
It's
I
wait,
not
try to
there's
erase it
smashed.
from my memory.
you're like, there's 3 rape scenes in this.
I
What?
was like, um, I've
There's
never been
literally
really good.
there's literally nothing better than that final scene. I just will never get that out of my mind of the it's like and then like, to not open the door because it's gonna cut his head off. He's like holding it in his mouth. Anyways, then I also rewatched Liar Liar, and yeah, it's a masterpiece. It might be top 5 comedy of all time for me.
It's
It's literally
Wait,
funny, but
above Ace
it's not
Ventura.
his best. It's not even
no,
it's
I
not even his
can't
best.
tell. The problem is I think his performance is better in Ace Ventura, but it's hard because I think Liar Liar is just so rewatchable. But the problem is I'm so like I have so much nostalgia for Ace Ventura. I obviously know that that's like carrying a lot of that, and it's just so much easier to show somebody Liar Liar because everyone will think that's funny. But then like you show somebody Ace Ventura and they're like weird. I'm like hilarious though, right? And they're like sure. But yeah, Liar Liar, it's literally perfect. It's hilarious that that movie was like that. See, it's so addictive and good that even mom and dad were like, "This is bad movie." And made like they smashed it
Yeah,
with
we
that
smashed the
humor,
VHS.
and then like 3 weeks later they're buying it again. They're like, "Oh, we
On
should watch
DVD
Liar
again.
Liar." Yeah,
Wait. Our parents smashed the
yeah. Do you
DVD.
remember
So when we
It was
put the
Education Week.
VHS?
yeah, it was in
And
the Provo house.
Oh,
yeah, we
that's
We
put it in
so
the trash bag and we
funny.
smashed it with the mallet,
were
and then
like, we need to get rid
threw
of
it off
bad
the deck.
movies.
Bad movies, and
Yeah,
we threw away Liar Liar, and then
and then
Dad's
like
like, "Cause I brought it on Blu-ray. Throw away the VHS."
yeah. Well, that's I'm like, are you gonna get rid of Die Hard and all those other movies? But
He's like,
um,
"Absolutely not."
absolutely not. That's not a bad movie. It's a Christmas
He
movie.
didn't have Die Hard.
He's like 1 week at a time, one
Cameron,
one step at a time,
he
like
never
his
owns
movie.
Die Hard.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
But
okay.
somehow he always ended up watching it
Thanks
all
for
the
keeping us in check, though, Jordan.
Nice
And
try.
then and then
Hey, Dad, by the way, if you're listening to this, I still haven't seen the movie Tuxedo, and I'm 34 years old. Or no, I'm 33. joke gets funnier every year. He got mad at me for watching that movie. I'm like, I never saw Tuxedo. I've never seen it. And he's like, you
Um,
can't, you're not old enough. I'm like,
and
I
then
didn't see it.
I watched mid '90s because it was a recommendation, or I saw on Drew's like favorite movies list. And man, I was not expecting
Of the year, like what favorite what?
No, mid 90s is
mid '90s the
No,
movie.
I
the
know, but you said it was from his list. Like what list of what? Top 100 list of
Favorite movies ever.
ever? Well, it's good, but not that good.
Yeah, Jordan's like, there has to be some clarifier
I
here.
I know.
settle down, Day of the Dead, okay?
I, I'm trying to
Dude, is
find
this the
like
same friend as
No,
After Sun? He's like, After Sun's the
no,
best
that's
movie I've
that's
Colton. No,
Colton.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
He's like,
and you guys
I
are
got a
high.
part of
After
the
Sun
After
is that
Sun
good.
fan club.
You guys just have PTSD because your dad used to visit, okay? Um, but mid '90s is so good. You get rid of one scene and it's literally a perfect movie. Um, and it was just a scene with him with the older girl. It was like really uncomfortable. I'm like, I get it that you're trying to show like an accurate representation of what it would maybe be like to be like a teenager, but I'm like, this kid is maybe 11 and she's like 16. I'm
Yeah,
like,
see, instead of watching mid 90s, you need to watch Snack Shack, Cameron. No, he's way funnier and just so good.
no, but mid '90s was really good in the
Yeah.
cinematography. I can't believe it's Jonah Hill's. I'm pretty sure directorial debut, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about debut, but it is his
But
movie.
yeah, he wrote
Yeah.
and directed it, and
Mhm.
I was just blown away, and I immediately knew, like, as soon as I got into it, that it was like so, like, the characters were great, and I thought it was hilarious. The moment that the brother was beating up on his younger brother, I'm like, yeah, this is already gonna hit home for me. Um, and
Like,
then,
I feel you, brother.
yeah, and then, but Liar Liar, I gave it's now a 10 out of 10 for me. And then mid '90s, I gave a 9 out of 10. And then I watched Dangerous Animals because I know you guys had watched it. Yeah, it was fun thriller. I think what's his name, Jai Courtney or whatever, he does a good job. Um,
Yeah, dude. Dude,
like
his little
I would
dance in
also
his underwear, so good.
yeah, well, and I also talked about I'm like, is this like talk about the greatest one night stand story of all time? Like I hugged up with this chick and then I found her on a boat and a guy tried to feed her and me to sharks. Insane. Um and then I also watched uh Porco Rosso 'cause as mentioned on the podcast I've been grinding Studio Ghibli. It's amazing. It's hilarious. It's also Studio Ghibli is like one of the few things that I really look forward to the sub or the dubbed over subbed because I'm normally subtitles, but the dubs of them they get like Liam Neeson and Christian Bale to do the
Yeah.
movies, and so I'm like, hey, I'm in. If I get to
And
hear,
there's like, I don't know, like somehow, yeah, there's something really cool about the way that they're animated that I didn't mention that in Ponyo, but like what I noticed, I've listened to parts of the movies with it, and I'm like, they do a very good job at like not taking out of the space, whereas like most dubs do because it does not sound like it's in the space. But
yeah,
somehow his movies do lend itself to be
yeah,
dubbed in other language. That's really cool because
yeah.
I've watched
And
like
Porco
yeah,
Rosso has
yeah.
Michael Keaton who plays this pig who has this crazy tragic past, which I won't spoil if you guys like ever want to watch it. But
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
interesting.
but yeah, it's just crazy. It's essentially he's like the best pilot in the world, and he's just a pig. So it's just really it's just funny.
I
And
love Michael Keaton, dude. He's the goat, man.
then I also watched Howl's Moving Castle. And yeah, it was like mind-boggling and it kind of reminded me of like Your Name and like it like a lot of different ones. I'm trying to think of what else I compared it to. Yeah, it was like Belle, Your Name, and Beauty and the Beast kind of all mixed into one. And I just thought it was like really enjoyable and super like well done. And also just like such a fun concept to be like it kind of reminded me of Elle, where he's like, I'm the first, second, and third best detective in the world. All of them are just like pen names of mine. I'm like, oh snap! And then the fact that in Howl's Moving Castle, he's like, oh yeah, the four best magicians in like the city are all me. And he's like, so I got a report as all those different guys. Um, but yeah, it was 9 out of 10, and it probably going to be somewhere in my top 200. But and then I watched Point Break just because I was like, well, one I thought of Hot Fuzz, and then I was like, oh, I got to watch Point Break, and
Which one do you want to watch first?
I also
There's
didn't
two.
process until after the movie that it was Patrick Swayze. And just because forever to me, the most Patrick Swayze role, even though I know his like most iconic is like Ghost and like Point Break, I'll just forever think of him as the creep in Donnie Darko. He will forever just be the pervert.
Don't say that word.
Fear, love,
Yeah,
hate.
yeah. The child pornography
Oh,
ring. Please don't say that.
That is crazy
oh,
though.
I'm
Like,
wearing my Donnie Darko shirt. Oh, I'm young. I'm young.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
dude, if you're
but
young.
yeah,
show and tell, I'm wearing a Futro Hidden Movie Gem shirt. Oh, I'm young.
that's sick.
That's
Um,
actually a hoodie.
and but yeah, Point Break had some insane stunts. Um, and man, Keanu is such a likable guy and such a bad actor. It's crazy.
I
It's
am an FBI agent.
literally like the things he says, like, you can't do that. I'm like, Keanu, what was the script that literally say you cannot do that? And you just said it exactly how it like it's just it's so funny to me that he and even in Speed, like it's just crazy to me that I'm assuming he just keeps getting work because one, he's extremely attractive, and also two, he's just such a nice guy and a good guy. But like, he is not a good actor. Allie made a good comparison. I agree. She compared him. She's like, he's the male Sydney Sweeney, where it's just like keeps getting work because they're very attractive and nice, but not a good actor at all. Um, but
It is
yeah,
surprising,
the
yeah,
best
how
the best
good it
stunt in
is.
the entire movie is if um if you've seen it is right at the end where the guy jumps out with like there's only two what are they called, parachutes, and they both jump out and he's like I'll see you sometime, or he's like I'll see you in hell or whatever, jumps out, and then uh freaking what's his name? Keanu Reeves is like just holding a pistol and just runs and jumps out the plane with no parachute. It's actually insane. Um and then I watched Changeling with Angelina Jolie. I was expecting a completely different movie. I was expecting because I read the plot synopsis that a lady's child goes missing, and then a child's returned to her, but she doesn't think it's hers. And I was like, oh, this is about to be an insane thriller where she's like thinks something's up with her child, and then like she gets a child returned to her who's just so not her child, and literally immediately she's like, that's not my child. And the entire movie is literally just about like I compared it to the Patrick. I said it's reverse Patrick Starr's wallet situation where they're
It's
literally
not my
just like,
wallet.
this is your wallet, and he's like, and she's like, this is not my wallet. And she's like, this is your wallet. And she's like, it's not my son. And it's like essentially the entire movie is about like gaslighting and how this like super corrupt like LA police that had like essentially like the mafia like super intertwined with it, like didn't want to be humiliated for finding the wrong child. So they literally like essentially tried to like gaslight, and they put her into like a mental institution. It's and it's based on a true story. And the moment it showed directed by Clint Eastwood, I was like, oh, that's why it's depressing in a real story. I was like, I should have seen who was directed by. I just thought it was going to be some super fun thriller, but yeah, it was not that. But it was still really good. I gave it 8 out of 10. And
Changeling.
then I rewatched The Wolf of Wall Street with Allie because she'd never seen it all the way through. She watched it in a group. I'm like, this is not a group movie.
It probably
Um,
is a group
I'm
movie.
not leaving.
Depending on your
yeah,
group.
man, it's just, I mean, the fact that Leo didn't win an Oscar, the fact that freaking I mean, I haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club, so I can't say that his performance isn't even close to Leo's, but I'm like, you can't tell me that it's better. Like, are you
Dude,
kidding me?
Greed loses to AIDS. It's so sad,
Get
dude.
off the phone. And I got there and didn't get a scratch on the Lamborghini. It's just absolutely total. But yeah, it's just insane and just the perfect representation of I compared it to Icarus. He literally could have walked away with a slap on the wrist and millions of dollars and have his life set, and then his pride, he's just like, I'm not leaving. I'm like, come on, dude. But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. And then I also watched Companion because I knew that I think both you and I think maybe all three of you watched it, or maybe just Ty.
Yeah,
And
we did a podcast for you.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was clever. I said it's
Yeah.
kind of like a poor man's Blade Runner or Ex Machina, and there was like elements of it that I liked, but I
It's
kind of
like
also
Blade Runner, but like bodies, 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 basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of, and yeah, it was just like the moment that I wish that Jack Quaid, I wish that he would have been like a little more like redeemable because then it would have been like kind of like, oh, it's complicated, but like the
Yeah, he just
moment that
like no empathy or no like
yeah, the
feeling
moment that you
for
figure out what's
yeah.
going on, I'm like, I hope she kills everyone. So I'm like, those like, there's like literally no redeemable people, and then the fact that like the other boyfriend was also, it was also hilarious because me and Allie were laughing the entire time. We're like, no way in a million years that dude's going for that dude, and then I find out that he's a like a love
He's
bot.
a
Like, okay, that makes sense. Um,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh,
but
it's great. See, I
but
know,
yeah,
and I like you, Cameron. I'm like, it's not believable, and then you're like, oh, this poor person's like enslaved to this person.
yeah, I'm like,
It's
oh,
like,
it's because he's
oh,
a love slave. That makes actually a lot of
the
sense.
same thing with Huey. It's like, yeah, he's
Oh
not.
yeah, yeah. I'm like,
I
yeah, I'm
I kind of
surprised.
liked his own deconstruction where he's like, hey, look, I like own this apartment or whatever. He's like, I'm nobody, and he's like, this is my chance to earn some money. I don't know. I kind of it worked for me because
Yeah,
I've
but I
only
don't
seen
know.
him try to be the charming, likable guy, so I kind of liked seeing him being a villain. It's just different
Yeah,
because I've
I
seen him
liked it
in
Yeah,
too.
The Boys. I've seen him. Yeah, he's just been that. So I thought this was different enough.
but yeah, it was fun. But like, it was a good one. It's what just for me a perfect six is. It's like I'm glad I watched it, and I'm glad I
Yeah,
could be able to like talk to people about it. But I would never rewatch it.
yeah.
Um, and
I've
I
already
don't know that I
rewatched it.
would.
It's good.
Give it 5 years. You won't remember it
I don't know that
anymore.
I would necessarily want to like recommend it to people, but and then
I would.
I rewatched Princess Mononoke, and yeah, it's so good. It's
Okay.
8 out of 10. It's just it's one of Ghibli's best, and it's just like Grant's opinion is invalid in this situation,
Yeah,
but
Grant, do you even
yeah, it's
Ghibli?
just
Yeah,
like
top 100. Is it in your
all the
top 100?
characters are so is in my top 100. No, I like I'm debating putting it in my top 200, but it's probably just like fringe, not gonna make it. Um, but then uh I watched Talladega Nights just because I'd never seen it and it's so stupid.
Dude,
Um
it's so good.
Is that the
There's a
ping pong
mountain lion in the car.
or the ice skating one?
No, drive.
no, that's neither. It's the NASCAR driver. Um
Ricky Booby. That
yeah,
was so funny. They could
it
do.
literally was just like um it was like a dumber version of like Cars and
Anchorman.
in Anchor.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed
It's like
Anchorman.
Step it was like Step Brothers mixed with what did I compare it
It's more
to?
like Benchwarmers meets like F1.
Yeah. Yeah, I said Cars meets Step Brothers, but it's like Ford versus Ferrari meets um,
Yeah,
um,
it's like a total
Step
parody
Brothers.
again.
But yeah, it's just it's silly and dumb, and there were some pretty hilarious scenes, and like his prank
Dude,
scene,
that mountain lion he
iconic.
has in his car is so funny. Like the part where it's attacking him is on the ground, and it's like such a puppet. It looks so funny. It
Yeah, Will
looks
Ferrell
so
just
bad.
he is just hilarious.
It's so
Um,
good.
and then the last one I watched um that made me cry, Jordan, was The Wind Rises. It's insane. It's literally just like it's about I think it's like semi based on his father's life, just because.
I don't
Um,
think that one's Studio Ghibli though, right?
yeah, it is, and it's Hayao Miyazaki. But
Don't
yeah,
get Cameron to start talking about it. I'll start crying on the podcast, and then I won't know what
but
to do.
it's super cool because it essentially just shows like about the like complexity of because his dad was like a airplane pilot. I'm pretty sure during World War II. And essentially, The Wind Rises, the whole point of it is the fact that there's this kid who, like, his whole dream was to be an architect for planes. And then is essentially the whole movie talks about how the difficulty of wanting to create art and then having it essentially be manipulated and misused for war and just how he wants to create this beautiful thing of like creating the coolest and best like plane and then how it's only being used for fighters and bombers and it's just like so interesting and it's also about like how he like loses himself and him just being like a good person and then also like then finding like a woman that he loves and then also having like a tragic situation with that. So of course it's extremely sad, but super cool and also is one of those it's especially like a Hayao Miyazaki movie that is like so many unweighted scenes where it's like there's beauty in him just like drawing or him like envisioning and it's just like a really cool way of showing how he like and like see it kind of reminded me of like what's a good example kind of like an air I don't know if you guys ever saw Air,
Yeah,
the
the
Nike
Shoes?
one.
Nike shoes,
Yeah,
yeah.
it kind of just shows
Or
like,
Air Jordan, sorry. The
yeah.
Nike shoes?
Well, I mean, yeah, Air Jordan is
Adidas?
part of
Yeah,
Nike
it's not the
now, but
Adidas,
yeah,
right? No, I
yeah.
know. It's Air Jordan shoes. I don't know. It was just so funny to say like a competitor's. Yeah, you mean the
No, yeah, but that's the thing is like it's just so impressive. Just it's just one of those things that like true artists and like innovators, it's just crazy to see how their brain works and how they can just see something that like this is it should be this way and like you just see how he like visualizes the plane and it's just super cool. But and obviously it's just like stunning to look at.
Definitely
Um
have to put on my list because I thought it was like the same company that was doing what's the other one, but like the Freaky Friday one. What was that called?
oh, Your Name?
Your
No,
Name. I thought it was like the Your Name stuff.
no, yeah, it's Hayao Miyazaki. So it's not even just Studio Ghibli. It's Hayao Miyazaki. I'm pretty sure he wrote and directed it, and I think it's largely based on like his dad's life. Um, but yeah, so looking forward to just finishing more Studio Ghibli and also um, the Pokemon movie
obsessed.
because it's a masterpiece. And um, yeah,
No,
I tried.
Mewtwo, I won't let you.
I'm also debating going and seeing the La La Lands in
Dude, all I
theaters.
remember is this motion here where he's like moving his hands,
Yeah,
making a
it's yeah,
storm.
the storm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the storm.
Also,
All
Brock.
look retarded.
Brock is just the best. I can't believe Grant was hating on Brock. Every comment he
Dude,
makes
he
about
is
women
the
is the
dude, he's
funniest
the
thing.
best. I agree.
He's literally the perfect comic relief. Like
I
even on
I
even
It's
second that.
well, it's so funny because it's just so out there. Like
I'm
I'm
gonna
that's
watching the
the
take this
TV
best part
show.
of
frying
I'm
pan
watching
and
the
make it
TV
a
show.
drying
His
pan.
father comes out of hiding, has been like selling rocks in town, hasn't been taking care of his family of 11 children, and then he just shows up out of nowhere, and then Brock's totally fine with it. He's like, this kid needs this thing, and then you're just like,
that's
what?
amazing. Yeah. Dude, see, but that's what I
Dude,
love. It's
and
like
Brock
they got
Brock
the
is a corn
Outrageous
dog,
thing
dude. Like
they
ever.
Nurse
got the
Joy.
they got the invitation from Dragonite to go to the island or whatever,
I'd
and
let her violate my rights.
yeah, no, literally, it's like this little tiny woman giving the invitation or whatever. He's like, he's so small but so pretty. I'm just like, I'm like, that's the only thing Brock can think
It's
about.
so
Ash is like,
creepy.
oh, competition to battle other
Oh my
trainers, and Brock's like,
gosh.
she's really small but really pretty. I'm like, Brock,
Well, what a
chillax, man.
knockout. Oh, it's always getting hit, dude.
I love Brock.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, the characters are just so awesome, and Misty always reminds me of Alex, like just how like annoying she can be sometimes.
Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, nothing but love for you, sis.
Uh,
No,
but
that's not.
yeah, but
It's not the red hair, it's
that's
her
why
character.
That's how annoying
no, but
she
that's why
is.
everyone growing up was always
That's
like,
not
"Oh, do
why.
you have a crush on Misty?" I'm like, "No, it's literally my older sister." Like, and the least bit attractive. Um, but yeah, so looking forward to that, and might go see La La Land. It's in theaters for like the 10-year theatrical release or whatever. So, but yeah, so that's the 1,700 movies that I've watched in February, and it's only the 12th.
One thing I heard, and I don't know if it's true, but about La La Land is Ryan Gosling fought to have his arm bent the way it did on the movie poster, and he fought the director about it, and he's like, "No, no, I really think," and then after he got released, he got what he wanted, and he goes, "Yeah, I regretted it." I don't
Yeah,
know why.
that's
It
100%
made me
true.
laugh
Yeah, because
so hard
he
when he
he
said that.
wanted to do like because
Yeah,
the director wanted the
straight
straight
art.
arm, and he
And
wanted
then
to do
he's like,
the.
no, no, the curve. And then he like after he sees it, he's like, yeah, I should have gone with the straight.
It's like we definitely should have done the straight arm. It looks so much worse.
That's just such a funny thing about that. Like, I love it where you're like, dude, yeah, like you're like so sure of it, and then after you're like looking
Yeah,
at it, you're like,
and then
dang
in
it,
hindsight, you're
I
like,
regret my decision.
maybe I should have actually listened to Damien Chazelle, who's like pretty smart.
That's just such a funny detail. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, shoot, thanks for sharing, Cameron. What a great list. Let's hear from Jordan. How about you, man?
And I was right. 30 minutes.
30 minutes to the T. It's okay, Cameron.
It
We
was like
don't
an
hold
hour, like 2 episodes ago or something.
Uh,
No, Cameron,
uh,
without your contribution, people wouldn't think that they're getting a parted version of their movie. And so people wouldn't listen to this far into the podcast or
Yep.
even click on our movie. So it's thanks to you, Cameron. I don't know how
Um,
else you
I do
filter.
what I can.
I only wanted to mention two. If you want to find out what else I've watched, you can just check out my letterbox at Jordo0.
Dude, you know what? I
Um,
just realized we're gonna make a t-shirt that says check out my letterbox for you.
Otherwise,
That's your t-shirt right there.
but yeah,
Check out my
two I wanted to
letterbox, Jordo, or whatever it is.
mention is I finally finished the last Cube movie because, and then as I was watching it, I'm like, oh, this is really good. Like, why didn't I like it the first time? Because I fell asleep twice trying to get through it. And then by the end, I'm like, oh, this is why. There's a really funny YouTuber that made a video just roasting it because there's a scene where this thing like comes out of the wall and punches a hole through this guy. And the guy, I was gonna send it to Grant because the guy has the Minecraft thing where he's like chipping away, and then eventually it like makes a cube. Well, it punches an exact square in his chest. So the Minecraft guy comes up and he's like chipping away, and then the cube pops out of him.
That's funny.
Um, anyways, not good. Very sad because I really wanted that to be like the 200th episode back in the day, but it was such garbage. Um,
What movie was this?
because
Another
every
cube
50th
movie.
episode we did Cube movies, and so it was the
Uh,
Cube remake. So we did Cube, Cube 2, Cube 0, and this was going to be the Cube remake, and it was so bad. Um,
And they didn't do cube
but the
squared or whatever. They didn't do cube cubed or
Cube
whatever.
Hypercube, or is that
oh,
number
Cube
two?
Cubed, that we
do
did Cube
hypercube.
Cubed. You guys
Cube
want to check
cubed
that
is.
out? Cube
Oh yeah,
Cubed.
we made a cube movie,
We
right?
made
Yeah,
Cube
there is no
Cubed.
cube, but like that's such a clever like it's cube to the three. I don't know why it's not a
Yeah,
thing.
Exactly.
it's the same lack of intelligence as Now You See Me too.
That the see
Now
that's
you,
why
now you
I'm
do.
glad they didn't because that was my dream and you guys made it happen. So thank
There you
you.
go.
I've literally watching the cube. I went back and watched our video and I kept pausing it and going back and watching ours. I'm like, ours is so much better. And it's only 3 minutes long. Okay. Um, the good movie I wanted to mention is Bullets Over Broadway. I mentioned this to Cameron last time we were talking. I thought it would be like, um, what's that one that we like? Oscar. I thought it was like Oscar because it even has that same guy. He's like, so wait, the one that's not your dad is, or no, the one
Not your
that's,
daughter. Please,
yeah,
boss, I can't leave. I always get lost. I fall
yeah.
behind.
So he plays in this movie, he's the main character, and he's also, it's about gangsters and it's also a comedy, and it's hilarious. And
Who's
he's the best part.
Teresa? That's
He's
your daughter. Who's not your daughter?
he's the best part in this movie. It's him and John Cusack, and I just
Like, is it like you really think it holds up, or is this just like it was fun? Like,
oh,
it's
it
good.
definitely does, Ty. The reviews are through the roof, and
Okay.
it is a Woody Allen movie. Um, I tried watching Moonlight or whatever it's called.
Midnight in
Um,
Paris.
Midnight in Paris. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
very
like
And
that
different
one.
from Moonlight.
that gave me
I
a lot
did
of
watch
anxiety.
what's it called, Annie Hall, and I remember thinking, oh yeah,
Midnight in Paris stressed me out too much, but
Yeah, I couldn't finish it.
it's so depressing.
yeah,
It's
Midnight
also,
in Paris.
it's also
Yeah,
terrible to see
wasn't
my
Listen,
crush be so ruthless. Rachel
well,
McAdams is
okay,
an absolute biatch in that movie.
th this one this one has like I said, the two main characters are John Cusack and that funny guy from Oscar,
okay.
and
Yeah,
it's hilarious. Like, I mean, you do have to somewhat like plays a little bit because it's about that guy writing a play. Sorry, John Cusack writing a play, and there's a scene where he's like, "I'm a sellout," and he starts screaming, "I'm a whore," and he's like rolls down this window and starts screaming it, and
Yeah, I
he's
had no
absolutely
idea what to expect from the movie because you just rated
yeah.
it really high and then said, "I'm a whore" in quotation. So I'm like, I literally have no idea what to expect from
That's
it.
your review for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jordan's
yes,
review
because
was in quotations, "I'm a
that was
whore."
easily the best line in the movie, in my opinion, because it's just like he wants so badly to be a good director, like it's his dream, and then he's like, nobody will fund it, and so the one guy that's gonna fund it is a gangster, and he's like, but you had to put my daughter in, and she's like, her voice is like screechy, and so he's like, oh, and then he's like, I'll do it, and then he tries to like write her out of the story, and like
That's
tried to,
funny.
it's
No, that sounds
so
really
funny.
clever. Yeah.
Oh, it's, I mean, by the end, me and Tot were laughing so hard. Um, but then again, I like semi like plays, and she loves plays, so that's maybe why we like
No,
loved
but
it.
like even then, like it's yeah, I like the premise. Like everything you just described sounds really fun. Like I'll
Oh
definitely
yeah,
give that one a
and
watch.
by the end, like I'm trying not to give it away, but yeah, you're
Yeah,
just like laughing because it gets better. Because at the beginning, I was like, I am having a really hard time following this because Woody Allen's movies are so dialogue heavy. Like
yeah,
there's one part I was like, I'm zoning out, and then luckily it got going, and it just
yeah.
was a riot. So
Okay,
Fun.
and that's Bullets Over Broadway, you said?
yeah, Bullets Over Broadway. Yeah.
I actually give that one a shot.
So
Maybe I'll watch that this
highly,
weekend. It sounds like a
highly
fun one.
recommend. Yeah, it's surprisingly a very, very tame R. I think it has 7 F words. That's it.
Wow.
It's pretty weird to have
For
you like
R-rated
comment
movies,
stuff.
that's pretty
That's
tame.
like
Sad that that's tamed us, but I'm like, that's like zero practically.
I know.
That's
7 what?
practically a
Basically
PG
zero.
movie.
That's like an old PG.
That's like an LPG.
That's like me. That was like me watching Palm Springs with. I watched it with some friends. Like it was like a we were like on like a trip or quadruple date, and then everyone was like, "Oh, what movie should we watch?" I'm like, "Have you guys seen Palm Springs?" They're like, "No." I'm like, oh my gosh, you gotta watch it. And I didn't even ask like if people were okay with watching R. And then it's like 6 minutes in, there's like it's like sex scene that lasts like 20 seconds. I was like, ah! So what do you guys think?
So,
So, what do you think?
all right,
Oh my
Grant,
gosh.
hit us up.
That's so
98.
good, dude.
Okay. Let's see.
I saw you watch the masterpiece yesterday or today.
I'd even be down,
Hmm?
Cameron, to rewatch Bolts Over
Across the
Broadway when we visit next time we get together.
Okay.
Is that wait, oh,
Well,
or
this
you guys
weekend?
say, yeah.
Tomorrow?
Oh, is it? Well,
Yeah,
Today's
I'm
Thursday.
I'm coming up
are you gonna be there, Cameron?
this weekend.
What time are you getting there tomorrow, Grant?
We'll probably leave afternoon. Get there for dinner.
Okay, well, we can coordinate more after the pod, but
Okay.
So watched haven't been on in a while, so in January watch
so
People We
Grant
Meet
probably
on
watched half as many
Vacation.
as I have in the
Yeah,
past
he's
week.
like, I haven't been here in
In the
6 years.
past
I've watched three
month,
movies.
Okay. And Grant's like, I watched half as many movies as Grant Cameron watched the past 2 weeks.
So watch People We Meet on Vacation. Um, it's a fun romance flick. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty
I
funny.
Yeah,
recommend.
I saw you and Ty
Hilarious.
both give it like decent ratings. And I've heard
Yeah,
it's like kind of like average run of the mill, like decently fun
Yeah,
rom-com.
I
yeah.
noticed a few things like like they boast that she travels around the world and writes vlogs, but like there's very little travel. But this is one of those things where you have to sell a script, and you're like, well, maybe if we get a sequel in
Well,
mind.
and two, I guess Elise was looking up after as well. Like it's based on a book, and the
Yeah,
book has like way more like
yeah,
trips
yeah.
that she goes on and stuff.
Right, right.
They kind of
And
like
again,
condensed a lot
it's
of
one of those
the,
things where
yeah.
you're like, they're like, oh, we went to Spain, and then like they literally like every shot, there's like one or two B-roll films of Spain, and then the rest takes place in this one apartment that's like Spanish themed, and you're like, yeah, I'm sure you went to Spain and shot there and on location. Like,
Yeah.
it's just I
Yeah.
notice these kinds of things. I'm sure it shouldn't affect anyone else watching it, but I just thought
Yeah,
that was
you do naturally notice a lot more production stuff.
yeah, yeah. I'm just weird like that. But I'm like literally like because it boasted like that's her job is to travel around the world. And they literally,
Mm.
this is so weird, Grant, about that movie. They mentioned a hotel all made of ice and a bed made of ice. And I literally just watched Pluribus, which also has this hotel about ice. I'm like,
All
what's
right.
going on? Why is this like in every show now? Like everyone's talking about the Nordic frozen hotel thing. Anyway, just
That's
thought that was
fine.
funny.
And then watch The Martian. I hadn't seen that in like years. That was really fun rewatch.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Another Matt Damon movie trying to get home.
Trying to get home, dude.
Yeah.
Saving
best
Private
comedy,
Ryan,
Grant.
Martian,
The best
Interstellar.
subgenre of all time, Matt Damon trying to get home.
Yeah, no, no, yeah, Matt, no,
Private
no,
Ryan,
Matt Damon needs
Interstellar,
rescuing. Yeah, yeah, Matt
The
Damon need. No,
Martian,
no, it's
The
not even trying to get
Odyssey.
home. It's
Yeah.
not trying to get home. It's he needs rescuing.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan, The Martian, and that's so good, dude. And the I'm
Interstellar and now The
and
Odyssey.
and let's be honest, Goodwill Hunting, he needs rescuing from Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
He just needs emotional rescuing.
He needs emotional
And
rescue. It's
yeah,
not your
they're,
fault. It's not your fault. It's not your
And
fault.
then and then Cameron told me that he rewatched Red Eye, and I'd completely forgotten about that movie. So I watched that with Elise, It took her a while because every night she's like, I don't know if I feel thriller. I'm like, when will you ever? And then one night I was like, let's
That's
watch
why you
this.
pass it off as a rom-com. You're like, this is really good rom-com. Killing Murphy, Rachel
Yeah,
McAdams. The
he's so
first 20
great.
minutes,
Literally,
he's like, oh my
it
God.
switches like 15 minutes in. It
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
straight to
15
the
minutes.
point.
Dude,
Like,
no, it's
Turn
when
the
he
it's
sits down and
costumes
he's
crazy.
like,
around.
well, why don't we call your
Yeah,
dad? I also know that you work at this hotel. And you're like, what is happening?
I know.
Yeah, you're like,
Like,
wait,
you
I
were
thought
so
you were just hitting
charming.
on me.
Yeah, what
Are you
happened
hitting on me or are you trying to eat me? And it's
Yeah,
just
so
his
well,
eyes
I'd
are so
forgotten like
piercing and
so much happens after the plane lands. I'd completely forgotten about that. Like I
Oh, the
thought that was
freaking
like the
house.
climax of the end of the
Yeah,
movie. Yeah.
dude, yeah,
Yeah, so that
getting
was a
home.
fun
My
rewatch.
favorite is that super like dumb chick figuring it out that he has like the thing in his throat. She's like, "Oh my gosh." He's like, it's like he's got something in his throat.
Yeah, dude. Killing Murphy acting with a pen, or like a stoma in his throat is
And
terrifying.
I love the
Now you
friends that
investigators. See, it's so terrifying. You're
I
like,
love the friends being like, "Hey, Donnie, there's your pen."
yeah, there's your pen, dude. Dude,
And
every time
then
I see that, it makes me think of The Walking Dead when he's like, dude, where'd your weapon go? When you have
Grant,
the
Oh
the
yeah.
screwdriver and it goes through the zombie's head, he's like,
and
dude,
Grant,
where'd your weapon go?
isn't Rachel McAdams just like the best protagonist ever in that movie? She actually does everything you like
oh,
actually
I
want the
know,
protagonist to
like
do. Like the
does
guy like
so
points a
many
gun
like
at her and
smart
she's like,
things of
"I'm
like
running you
riding on
over."
the window and yeah.
Yeah, and running that dude over with the car as he's shooting at her, she's like, "Okay, I think I have a better."
Yeah.
He just
Yeah. I mean, he was pretty dumb for just standing there and just like yeah. And then watch
he
Bodies,
should have
Bodies,
known a woman driver
Bodies.
would be a true
Dude,
threat in
Bodies,
a
Bodies,
car.
Bodies, what'd you think, dude?
Yeah, I'd never seen it before. Really fun.
It's
It
so
was
good.
really enjoyable.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
It,
I liked it a lot.
it's fun,
Me
but
too.
it's like it's also dumb that they all die for nothing.
Oh, I
Dude, no,
know.
not
It's
for
like
nothing.
so
All because of Pete
frustrating. But
Davidson.
like
It's all
but
his fault.
I appreciated that because like, you know, most murder mysteries, it's like there is someone, but like this was a twist on that, you know. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
Yeah, too.
agree. It
Benoit
makes the
Blanc
movie
could
good.
not
Like,
have solved this mystery though, for sure. He would have been like, I'm not really sure who killed who first.
I know. How do you even like piece
He's like,
together
there's a donut hole with a
this
hole
crime
and another
scene?
hole and another hole, and I can never figure it out.
Yeah. But man, that random boyfriend of
No,
that
Cameron, they just
girl's
need like
acted
they
so suspicious.
Seriously, he's like Gone Girl level suspicious. I'm
Circling
like,
the
at this
house on
point,
the map.
you should be investigated just because of how suspicious you're being.
Yeah.
they just need like Denzel Washington to show up. We just saw 5 veteran cops that saw you shoot someone. Just have training day come in. He'd clean it up. He'd know what
And
to do.
then rewatch The Suicide Squad. It
Now, is that
holds
the
up.
James Gunn
It
Yeah,
one
was
or
you
is
see
so
that
how
good.
the
The
James
James
Gunn
Gunn one.
like can save the DC universe
Yeah.
by essentially turning it all into Guardians of the Galaxy.
it's
Yeah.
still fun
Like
though. Like I don't get people who are like, "Oh, I don't like it." I'm like, or it's like formulaic or something. I'm like, but like, does it work? Is it entertaining?
The
I don't
Suicide Squad,
understand.
or what do you mean?
Just James Gunn movies.
Yeah, James
Oh.
Gunn movies in general, everyone's like, "Oh, he's so predictable," and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I mean,
If the
every story
predictable
has
is
a
fun
hero. Yeah,
action and then
yeah,
good comedy,
yeah.
it's like a
It's like, oh, I
sort of
guess I
fun
saw
love
that coming.
story.
Maybe the humor doesn't work for them because I'm like, I was laughing out loud. I still think Polka Dot Man is like the funniest thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a
like
laughing
even saying
superhero.
the phrase polka dot man sounds insane, and it's like,
And it's
and just how
just
much weight that carries with it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
the best shot the physical humor with this cinematography of him painting the camera and everyone is his mom and
Yeah.
like
When he's
it's just the
dancing,
giant
it's so
shark
funny.
mom like it's just
Yeah.
and he's just like
When he's dancing, it's so good. It's just his mom everywhere. So good, dude. Oh my God, it's
Uh,
David Desmalkian, dude. So good.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's your mom. Hey, it's your mom.
yeah,
It's so
is
good,
there a
dude.
more terrifying superhero though than Ratcatcher? Oh my gosh. Someone who can summon sewer rats? That's literally just put that person in
Yeah,
New
it's
York and be the
terrifying.
most powerful person on earth.
Yeah.
So good.
And then rewatched Across the Spider-Verse. It's literally just a perfect movie. And 2027 can't come any quicker. Like I need the
I
last
know, dude.
movie.
I hope they can stick the landing because I'm like that is a perfect trilogy.
Well,
I still think
yeah,
the first one's better, but the sequel doesn't.
really
Oh yeah, I love the first one. I think
I'm
George.
just I'm just re
interesting.
I'm just recency bias on whatever when I watch. I'm like, yeah, that one's
Yeah,
way better than the other
yeah,
one. And then
yeah.
I watch the other one, I'm like,
Yeah,
the
I
other one
hear what
doesn't
you're
even
saying.
compare.
I loved it. Like I definitely have no knocks against it, but I still love the
Mhm.
first one. I think the first one's just
I
such
need
a
to rewatch the first one. It's been a while.
because like and it's so crazy because after I watched the first one, it's like I could rewatch the Spider-Man story like every day. I don't know. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like
It's really
I
good,
can't
yeah.
even name a bad Spider-Man movie other than like I know the Andrew Garfield people like think this. They're probably my least favorite, but I still enjoy it. I don't think there's a bad Spider-Man movie. I don't think it's been made. People have complaints about Tobey Maguire and his casting, but like Sam Raimi Spider-Mans were awesome.
Well, I think uh what's
Andrew
the
Garfield's
latest?
great. And then
The Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland
Holland
one.
ones.
Well, the latest one is so rewatchable.
I
It's like
haven't
bad.
rewatched No Way Home. That's true. I haven't rewatched it.
It
Is it not
it
rewatched?
does not hold up. All of the jokes like
Yeah.
land the first time you watch it, and then
Right.
rewatch is
It's
not
because it's
enjoyable.
like the biggest plot hole ever, bro. The fact that Doctor
Well, and
Strange is just gonna
it's
jump into
so
this.
much like it's just
Yeah. Oh yeah.
all
Don't you give us
built on the
yeah, Doctor
foundation
Strange is
of
like, sorry, no
nostalgia.
time to talk. Yeah, it's literally
Thank
doing
you.
the no
Thank
time
you,
to talk
Grant.
thing.
The whole
It's
foundation is nostalgia.
that's
So
all it
once you've
is.
seen it, like
Yeah.
Well,
everything
and the
after
fact that
that
the
is
fact that
just
Andrew Garfield steals the show in Tom Holland's movie, I'm
I
like,
know. Yeah, he
he's
was the
I'm like,
best part of the whole thing.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
literally like out acting it like the entire time, and like it
Yeah.
every single heartfelt moment is coming from him, and then it's like the only part that Tom Holland is good in is when Green Goblin's beating the ish out of him, and he's like,
Yeah, dude, William Dafoe, he's almost too good for that
Willem
movie. I'm
Dafoe's so
sorry.
good. No, so
Yeah.
I it's funny you say that because I also like Doc Ock. What's his name? Alan no, what's his name? Alan what's his name? I can't
Oh,
remember.
Doc Ock. I know
Who
who you're
played
talking
Doc
about,
Ock.
yeah.
He's amazing too. I love like so yeah, for me, like I agree. There's things I like and dislike about every Spider-Man character that plays him in the end. But like I'm just shocked at like I can't point to a movie and be like that's a bad Spider-Man movie. Maybe if I went back, like I'm sure there's like gonna be like some 70s straight to DVD version of the movie. But like Into the Spider-Verse, Amazing Spider-Man, Sam Raimi Spider-Man, the new Spider across when No Way Home, Far From Home and Homecoming. I'm like
to me,
these
you
are
know, a
all just
trilogy's
such
bad
competent
when you can
movies. Like,
butcher
why
Jake
is
Gyllenhaal.
what's that?
When you can butcher Jake Gyllenhaal as a villain, then you know that you're doing something wrong.
I still like that one though. I liked it. I thought the
I didn't like
one was good.
Mysterio at
Well,
all.
to me, I just wasn't caught off guard. People were like,
No,
"Wasn't that
no,
crazy twist?" I'm like,
I
"His
never
name
was
is
Well,
caught
like
off
Mysterio.
guard
He's part of the
either. I
Sinister Six."
it's not like I
the whole
dude,
Mysterio thing is like magic. Like you imagine magic
yeah.
and then
Yeah,
it's
Illusion.
and then it's like,
technology. I was
tech.
What
like,
is
what?
magic but illusion?
Okay. It's just I don't
I
know.
even love the idea
My
that it was
favorite,
literally yeah.
my
Anyway,
favorite
I
thing is
love
just
that it was like, hey, you know how like the last 8 Marvel movies have been a giant big monster that no one cares about? It's
Mhm.
all created from visual effects, and
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
My
Anyways, it
favorite is
worked
just
for me, but
the memes that came from that, where it's like it's him kissing MJ at the end, and then he's like turns off that simulation, and it's Jake Gyllenhaal. He's like my final play, Peter. He's like, now you're gay. He's like,
he used drones to confuse
Uh,
Peter Parker to kiss
um,
Jake Gyllenhaal. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, that's what the memes are, or whatever. He's like, it's after he kisses MJ and it pulls away, and then it's like, and then
It's
it
not
does
even
like the
MJ.
mirage thing, and it's Jake Gyllenhaal, and he's like, got you, Peter. And he's like, you're gay now. And he's like, ah.
All
Yeah,
right,
no,
last one I watched was The Creator showed at least that.
dude,
And it's like
Hans
there's
Zimmer did the score. Was
so
the
much.
score good?
Wait, what?
Hans Zimmer did the score. Was the score good?
score's
I mean, the
good.
visuals
The visuals,
amazing.
yeah,
Like
the visuals are
I don't
incredible.
particularly remember the music, but it was probably good. And then like this movie had so much potential. Like the world building is amazing. Like
Potential. What
really
do you mean? What's wrong
interesting.
with it?
Oh, there's
Thank
so
you.
many plot holes,
Thank you.
dude.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
Oh
it's
Dude,
no.
Chappie's
enjoyable to
better.
watch.
I
I
doubt you.
don't know about that. But like I don't
Brain
know, just
consciousness.
this a lot of the motivations of the characters and like the plot and the whole thing with like their idea of ending the war is destroying this giant machine that's like killing everyone.
Is it
And
as
as
good
soon
as
as they destroy
Ellis
it, they're
Island
like,
or
"All
whatever
right,
that
we have
one is
peace
with
now." You're like,
Channing
"You
Tatum?
don't think they're just gonna make another one and come after you again? Like, this isn't over." I don't know. So, like, but I think the performance of the little kid is like the best child performing acting I've ever seen in my whole life.
You ever seen The
That
Have
Witch,
kid,
Grant? Yeah.
Have you seen Matilda?
so good.
Have you seen Matilda? Yeah, seriously, Grant, we could
Like
find you.
this kid,
We're
like
moving
is
to
like
Guam.
How about Little Miss
this kid,
Sunshine?
like
Yeah,
his
don't even get me
emotion
started.
is so believable. It's like insane. I don't know. I and like it's enjoyable to watch. I think it's a one-time watch kind of movie. So I'd recommend it to people, but I don't know.
Yeah, creators.
Just a lot
Yeah,
of
visually
plot
frustrating.
holes.
No, my favorite though that took me out of it is that one robot that just runs. It's my favorite. They're
Just
like,
It
runs.
yeah,
reminds
the
me of
Oh, they like
kamikaze ones.
the
They're
the
like
bomb,
right
yeah.
away, sir. They just take a bomb and they go run. I'm
it.
like, that's
Yeah,
hilarious,
that reminds
dude.
me of
I was
Lord of
like,
the
you literally
Rings.
have ships out of the sky that can like beam you and like blast you like a satellite, and they have like actual running robots that can carry a bomb on their
It
back and blow you up. It's like the funniest thing. I don't know
that
why. It just
it
took me
reminds
out of
me
the
of
movie.
the two towers when the guy's running with the bomb and he like, oh, it was the torch or something. Remember?
Oh, sorry, you're talking about Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
I
said
thought
the
you were
two
talking about nine
towers.
eleven.
Oh,
My gosh.
Like I thought you were talking about like
Continuing on.
about the robot running at the tower. Jeez. Okay, no, sorry. You're talking about Lord of the Rings, the
Lord of the
the
Rings. Yeah.
torchbearer. Legolas, take him down. Dives in at first.
Yeah, that was
Oh
it for me.
shoot.
So
Ty, your turn.
Oh shoot. Well, dude, I've seen a few things. I've seen a few things here. Let's see what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Would be done
Okay,
at
so
midnight
I
episode.
watched
I have
Snack
so many
Shack. Did I
questions.
mention Snack Shack last week? I know I mentioned it before on this
Yeah.
podcast. Okay. What about Wrecking Crew? Did I talk about Wrecking Crew?
I think you mentioned that, or
Jason
maybe I just saw
Momoa
your
and
review. I
Dave
can't
Bautista.
remember.
What
I
was
can't
that?
remember because I know that I've seen your review on Letterboxd. I can't remember if you talked about it.
Yeah, I don't think I mentioned it here. So here's the problem. I need to get better at reviewing the movies the day I see them. Sometimes I forget to write anything about it, and then like a day or two later, I'm like, oh, I forgot. Can you like you probably can backdate it, can't you? Oh, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
you
learn
can.
how to do
You
that. But
can.
anyway,
yeah,
so
I
I
do that
guess
all the
what
time
You
because I forget.
can.
Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa go to Hawaii. That's pretty much what Wrecking Crew was. There's some good moments. There's some actually really funny action scenes. Like, kind of feel like I was watching Minecraft again. Like Jason Momoa is like just Jason Momoa. I haven't seen him enough things. Like I haven't watched any of the Fast and Furious movies starring him. I haven't seen like I'm trying to think of like any other action movies he's been in.
He's pretty good on the first Aquaman was fun.
Yeah, yeah. So like I would agree.
And
Like I think
obviously he's amazing in Game of Thrones, but you wouldn't know that.
Oh,
God,
there
see,
you
I
His
go.
name
actually
Yeah.
is
didn't.
Khal Drogo.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So yeah. Anyway, he like there's definitely
And he
moments that are
kills a
good.
dude in the coolest way I've ever seen in my entire life.
And in fact, because I lived in Hawaii, like maybe the movie registers better with me. But anyway, the movie is fine. There's some great action scenes in it. Like it reminds me of the Big Lebowski. Like he's just at home, like in a towel, and like people attack him, and it's just really funny because like
You muted
he is
yourself,
literally the
Cam.
dude. If anything, just watch that scene because it reminded me of the Big Lebowski because he's like people are I don't know, they're like there to kill him, but he doesn't care. Like there's something really funny about that where he like just like Big Lebowski, he's literally getting drowned and he's like, where's the funny Lebowski? He's drowning him in his toilet and he like lifts him back up for a second. He's like,
Where's the
yeah, I think
money?
it's down there. Let me take another look. He jumps his head in the toilet again. Like
Where's the money,
there's something so
Nugget?
funny about someone that insults someone when they're
Yeah.
literally threatening
When
their
you're
life or
like
torturing them.
yeah, on like the
That
edge of death.
defiance is so cool.
Well,
Like
I
it's
mean,
so
it's the
cool.
same thing with Casino Royale. A little to the left.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen it
I
feel
got an itch
traumatic,
down
but
there.
the
That's
left.
so good. Dude, speaking of Mads
Oh
Mikkelsen,
yeah, I forgot I watched Girl with the Dragon Tattoo as well.
oh
First
yeah,
time?
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Dude, you
dude.
should have waited to watch that with me so I could have skipped over some
Grant, you're
scenes.
supposed to
Oh,
skip
I
over
skipped over a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Holy
oh my
crap.
gosh, dude. Yeah, that's a rough watch.
That's a
So,
heavy movie.
But what do you
anyway.
think? But what do you
Anyway.
think?
I mean, it's a well done film, I guess.
That's what my favorite review was Josh his review. Let me see if I can find it. But Ty, you keep going while I
Yeah.
find Josh's review.
So yeah, so Wrecking Crew, I think it's fine. It's like a perfectly B. It's a perfect B movie because like I don't care what the plot is. Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista also fight in it, and then there's also cool action at the end. So it's just like your B movie. And then I watched Predator Badlands. I gave
Don't
that one four out
spoil.
of five. That's my favorite Predator movie since the original. It's not
Nothing
better
can
than the
be the
original. So
original.
it's what's that?
They got you pushing pencils.
You son
Yeah.
of a bee.
That handshake and their freaking arms bulging. That's like the best meme, dude. Yeah, Predator Badlands
And
was the
he's
best.
like, thanks to this tobacco to put some hair on your balls. It's just like some of the craziest dialogue. I'm like, what is this movie, dude?
I ain't got time to bleed.
I ain't got time to bleed. Yeah, you bleed.
It's a classic.
Oh man, yeah, that movie's amazing with Arnie. Get to the Java. I love the Badlands was good though. If you guys haven't seen it, I liked it. If you guys haven't seen it, I do recommend it. It's only an hour and 30 and it goes by so fast. Like the movies just doesn't stop.
Have you
It's
seen
good.
Prey yet?
I haven't seen Prey. No, I need to see Prey.
It's
I
actually funny.
liked it.
There was a Parks and Rec episode with the hunting that there was like a noise or whatever, and he's like, the predator was out there. He's like, he can sense heat. We got to cover ourselves in mud.
So yeah, I do recommend Badlands. It was really good. Like I don't know how to say it other than like
Is it as good as the Predators trailer though?
I think it's the Predators trailer. Which one's that one?
Predators
It was
trailer
like
is
in
the
Cameron's
best
top
trailer.
10 favorite trailers.
Oh,
Yeah,
is it
and that
really?
And it's
Because he
infinitely
hated the
better than the
movie, yeah.
movie.
the movie
That's
sucks.
awesome.
I
I
didn't
That
didn't
think
know
so.
that was one
trailer
of the
is
trailers.
literally
Yeah.
perfection, bro. It's literally the best trailer I've ever seen in my life.
You'll have to text it to me so I watched the right trailer. But yeah, text that to me. But yeah, Badlands was good. I liked it. And it's just one of those movies where I was
Hopefully, it's
I
better
kind
than Prey.
it.
I like Prey.
I
I
know.
haven't
Prey is
seen
not
Prey. I
good.
I
haven't
liked
seen
it.
Prey, but like if you look at
Um,
the reviews of
you
this,
mean watch that
everyone.
together, right, Grant?
Huh?
Did you mean watch that together?
I feel like we did. I think it
Yeah.
was in Jordan's basement in the when he was
Because it's
still
on
No, I think
single.
Hulu.
you watched
You
it,
guys
Mom.
won't
I
watch
think
it
you
yet. I
watched it
haven't
with
seen
your
Prey.
cousin Jake at Mom and Dad's.
On Hulu.
Oh, maybe you're
Because
I
I
right.
do
came
want to watch
over and
Prey,
then you
but
were like,
you look at the
it's
reviews, let me know what you think. But like it everyone enjoyed it, both critics and audience, and it's just good. Like I said,
yeah,
it's a
everybody
tight
enjoyed
90
Prey
minutes.
too, except these two weirdos.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just scared because it's just a monster movie, and I just know Jordan's gonna love it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
But
excited.
This one's more of
Yeah,
What
the
like
movie?
reviews on Prey are so good. You guys are
this
crazy
one's a
high.
sci-fi action. It's not really a
What movie?
monster movie. Prey, or sorry,
The
Badlands,
Predator
Predator Badlands.
Badlands.
It's like an
Uh,
action sci-fi. It feels like you're watching Avatar for a minute, and then it also feels like you're
Oh,
watching.
another one of my favorite movies. Ty, you're really selling
you're
this
not
to me.
selling
Ty's
it to
like,
these guys.
imagine Avatar and then Prey.
Well, I don't know. Like I've only seen Avatar once. I've told you about how I feel, but like I don't know, like an alien
No, yeah,
planet. Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, that's it's that, and I enjoyed it. I thought Predator Airlines was good, and
I'm
then I
excited
watched.
for it, Ty.
You're excited to see it? Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
because I like the Predator movies because I'm a geek.
Okay, cool. See, I'm glad I got one of you to watch it. You guys are all gay. Okay, so Dust Bunnies. I watched Dust Bunnies. Mads Mikkelsen. When you mentioned Casino Royale, that made me think of it. So let me just read you the cast for this movie. So Mads Mikkelsen, his character is called Intriguing Neighbor.
The
David
Sheaf, you
Des,
mean?
what's that?
The Sheaf?
Yeah, the chief. It's and his character name is Intriguing Neighbor. And then it has David Des Polka Dot Man, Conspicuous Inconspicuous Man. Uh, Sigourney Weaver, Laverne. That's all I can say about it without spoiling any of the movie. It's insane. The movie literally
conspicuous,
is like
inconspicuous,
you know
man.
what this is like? It feels like a Tim Burton movie. It's a Tim Burton monster movie. Kind of reminds me of like what was that movie with the
Pan's
spider
Labyrinth?
webs? Jordan, what was the movie with Anthony Starr that plays Homelander? Is it
Oh,
Cobweb?
Cobweb.
It's a little bit like Cobweb. It's literally called Dust Bunny, and this little girl thinks there's a monster under her bed, and she's well, without spoiling it, I mean, obviously it's a monster movie. She's right. The monster kills her parents, and then Mads Mikkelsen, this intriguing neighbor, helps her kill this monster. So it's it's like Leon the Professional meets a Tim Burton movie. Like literally look up the trailer. It's the weirdest like drug-fueled movie I've ever seen. Like, and I say like it's a cockneyed idea because like I don't even I said there's no drugs in the movie, but like whoever wrote this movie was on them is what I'm saying. It's like Alice in Wonderland. Like it's weird,
Mhm.
it's dark, it's funny, it's violent, the monster's insane. It's literally like it doesn't make any sense. It's a dust bunny, but it's a monster that lives in the floor. I don't know how to describe it.
It's
It's
good.
insane.
I added to the bucket list.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies where you're like, I'm kind of glad I watched it just like you, Grant. You're like, I've never seen a movie
I
like this, and I'll probably never see it again, but I'll never see a movie like this again. It's just, it gets points for originality for sure.
I did want to mention though that I am very, very excited after watching the trailer for at the Super Bowl. Did you see the trailer, Ty, for Once Upon a Time? I mean, sorry, The
Ooh,
Adventure of Cliff
sequel,
Bluth.
essentially. Yeah.
I saw you text it. I didn't see the trailer for it though. Yeah. So they're
Okay.
doing like a Netflix or is it Apple? What is it?
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah,
Netflix.
me and
Oh,
Jordan
okay.
were watching this more like, what is this like Quentin like knockoff? And then we're like, oh snap, it's written by Quentin and directed by
It
David
is
Fincher.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's this
holy
wannabe
cow.
Tarantino? Oh, it's old Tarantino.
It's actually Tarantino.
It's actually turning into a parody of himself. That
But
is such a funny way around not directing 10 movies yet because he doesn't know what he's saying. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna make a show. And you're like, okay. Like
I know, but I mean he's getting David to direct it for him, so I'm like, I think we're in pretty good hands.
David Fincher, what is he doing? Like for first episode or something? Or is he doing the
No,
whole
it's a
It's
series?
a
movie.
movie.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting. So
So
Tarantino wrote
it's
it, but
direct,
Fincher
yeah,
will do
written by Tarantino, directed by David Fincher. So I'm like,
it.
so,
And Fincher's already worked with Brad Pitt before, so
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
I think
fun that they get to
yeah.
come back
With
Benjamin
together.
Button, you know,
yeah.
Yes,
they're
Benjamin
box
Benjamin
Button.
office
Button,
success.
that's all on me, yeah.
No, but Josh's review, Josh, our cousin, his review of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, he gave it 3 stars and then said, "This movie was not for me, but if you like murder, grape, and torture, then this is a solid movie."
Mm.
Oh my
Yeah,
Yeah,
God.
well,
that's
I'm
why I'm
gonna
like,
hop off.
Movies for you,
So
sicko.
it's a hard recommend, but
it
it's
is
worth
a
it.
hard
Gotta go.
recommend.
Hey, Grant, thanks for coming on, dude. Take it easy.
All right. Love you guys. See ya.
But to me, it's like
Anyway,
it's not like American Psycho where
I
it's like
watched
if
it
you
with my
skip
wife,
those
Grant.
scenes, it's so
It's
good.
good.
You say watch it with my wife.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I also watch it with Allison. Alice loved it.
Yeah, my wife did too.
lastly, I've been watching the Beast Game season 2. I don't know
Yes,
what it is about watching
dude,
Mr.
it's
Beast.
cocaine.
I think he's like he literally is this is his villain arc. We're literally watching him slowly turn into like he wants he took all the wrong lessons from Squid Games. He's like, what was popular on Netflix? Let me do the exact same thing on my show. And he's like, he has all of his cronies dress up like the Squid Game characters. And
Yep.
I'm like, I guess he's trying to elicit like, but I'm like, you are the villain. And then he literally likes stirring up
He's literally the
controversy.
shoulder devil on people's shoulders too.
Yeah.
Take the
Yeah,
money.
he's always
Take
like,
it.
wouldn't you take this money? Yeah, you could take all this money. Don't you want to betray your friends for all this money? You're just like, no, I
How
don't.
much can I buy your integrity
Yes,
for?
he's like, how much can I prove? Like, he just loves drama and he's like paying to have. I'm like, this is the most expensive TV show. But what does shock me each year is like, there's a lot of people that don't take money, and then there's
Hmm.
weird moments where they do. And I know we don't see behind the scenes, and I'm sure that you spend weeks with these people, so I'm sure they have like a lot of
Some of them
emotional baggage
months.
with it. What's that?
Yeah, some of them last over a month in that city
Yeah, yeah. Some of them are like they're
with
in this
with
game
no
show for
cell
like a
phone,
month.
and so they're like they turn into animals.
Yeah, like and you're building these relationships where you truly care about these people. So a lot of them are like crying and stuff, and like it's just weird because I'm like this just and it's so weird. Sometimes character decisions make no sense to me, but I'm like it's reality TV. They're playing a game show. Like I guess it's like you just kind of have to like separate yourself and your life and your integrity for the sake of a game show, and it's just weird because it feels very much like Running Man meets. Like he's so close to just being like, can I start killing people? Like if they agree
Yes,
to it, can we allow them to kill
I'm
each other?
waiting
Because
for him.
I'm gonna have you guys. I'm gonna bury a key inside. He's literally like freaking Saw. He's like Jigsaw.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's-
I'm 3 steps away from making people eat each other for the key.
Did
Like
you
it's
watch
insane.
that? The video I
Oh,
sent?
yes, the video of Mr. Beast.
I
I
made the
made the
human
human
centipede.
centipede. I did. I I I trapped these people. Yeah, and he's like, I'm hunting 100 people. That made me laugh. That's literally what he's doing. He's nearly there. So anyway,
But you
Very
keep
funny.
doing the Pokemon voice, the Ash Ketchum. I'm doing. Anyways, sorry.
No, but that's Beast. He sounds like that. He is always yelling. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm giving away $1 million. He's always just yelling like all the time. Anyway, so yeah,
Well,
watch
and
that.
did you watch the episode that came out last night?
Yes.
Yeah, my
Yes, I
wife
think
was
so.
like, she looked at me because all the numbers went 66666.
Yeah, six
I'm like,
six hundred
he
sixty
is
six
the
dollars and
beast. He is
67
literally,
cents, yeah, or 67. Anyway, yeah,
he is
I
the
don't
devil.
know. I like I said, it's weird I watch it because part of me is like, it'd be fun to compete for a game show, but I'm also like, it is weird to watch like how much manipulation is done in editing because you can see like he's not saying what he's saying when the camera's rolling. So there's weird dubbing. He just keeps the show going, and I'm like, but again, it's not about that. It's more like these are the games that are played. But it's like part of me is like, there's some manipulation. I think those things are interesting. But a lot of it sometimes is just like they're playing dodgeball and it's like, oh, you got hit by a dodgeball. It's like, okay, I guess I don't get $5 million because I was hit by a rubber ball. It's like, wow, riveting TV. And again, I feel bad saying that because I'm like I understand you have to eliminate so many people. So part of me is like, I can understand why you're playing games to like where eliminate people. But part of me is like, it's just so weird. And then like another game is like 3 people are going in this box and you're gonna have to decide who stays and 2 people will leave. One person has to leave the game. And you're like, someone will do games of chance, some will just like emotionally wear people down, someone will manipulate one another. Like someone will cheat and someone will lie. And it's just like, again, those are probably more interesting to me because those feel more like the Squid Games. It's literally Squid Games where it's like whoever wins this childhood game is going to go on and compete or you're going to die here, right? And I guess like you miss out on a chance to win $5 million is, I
Well,
guess, as close to death as Mr.
well,
Beast
his
can
number
get.
one YouTube video is the Squid Game parody. And so
Oh,
I think
okay.
after that, it's just like his
Yeah,
head
he's
is
like,
just
let me make a game show, and he literally is making it. Someone should do a welfare check on some of the early contestants because I think he is killing them. Like, have they returned to their families? I have no confirmation that these people are okay. Like, I honestly think he could probably get some of these contestants to just disappear forever. So,
And you
anyway,
have nobody that would come looking for you, right?
and you
If
have
you
no one come looking for you. I know Alex, her sister, was like, I applied for Beastie Games. For all I know, she's probably been on the show and got eliminated or won them $5 million, and we don't know about it yet. So,
got replaced by a clone.
yeah.
well,
Anyway, just
Tot
crazy.
and I actually laughed because this season they had only smart people and strength people. So I'm like, oh, that's why Alex didn't make it this season.
Yeah,
Sorry, Alchem, don't make the cut for literally either.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, he's
and
like,
when I
it's
say
kind of
smart, I'm
weird.
talking like people with PhDs. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
Alex.
they literally did
Yeah,
like
sorry, Alex. What's your PhD in? Being a mom.
shots fired. You guys are vicious. But it is weird because, like I said, like
Yeah.
to me that's just so dumb too, because it's like, oh, these people are like weight training and these people are like good IQs and they're playing this game and like again, these games didn't benefit. I mean, like some of them did for strength, some did for IQ, I guess, but like nothing here has been like, I don't know. It's like, do this puzzle. It's like this isn't IQ. Like maybe it is. It's good like memorization or whatever. It's not IQ. It's not IQ. That's all I'm saying.
There was one that the guy had to solve like an equation to open a box. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, hey,
That,
he
that
got to
was
use it.
what. Yeah, Mr. Beast is like, this is boring television. No one's gonna watch this. Like, edit this out. This is garbage. It's like no one's gonna tune in and watch a bunch of nerds. Like he's like, it needs to be exciting. So yes, there was that one moment where a kid benefited from being a nerd, and otherwise it's like throw more dodgeballs at each other. It's so stupid. That's
Have
why
you watched
I'm watching though, because I'm like, he is spending $5 million each season. And last season he spent 10 million because someone flipped a coin and he lost an extra $5 million, which was really funny because then he's just like, oh shoot, that's gonna come out of my own pocket, like as the producer and owner of the show. He's like, yeah, now I have to give away $5 more million because someone flipped a coin. Like, talk about the biggest. And for him, if the
If you ever
if
lost
the
on a
coin
coin
toss
flip.
didn't work,
Yeah.
just one person would have gone home. But like, he's out $5 million. It's
Yeah,
insane.
we just need Anton Chigurh versus
Yes.
Mr.
Yes, yeah, he's gonna stop at nothing to get that money, which is funny because some of the people on the show play so cutthroat and people hate him for it. And I'm like, it would be terrifying to like play a game show and then you're like, I'm just gonna try to win the money best I can. You play dishonestly, and then like the rest of your life, people see you in the street and like spit in your face, and you're like, you're a bad person, and you're like, I was on a game show trying to win money. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I was trying to get out of my crappy life, and it's a life-changing amount of money. So you're almost like, I guess you get a free pass, but you're like, what's your integrity worth? It's like, well, we're playing a game show, so like, is my integrity like, and that's what I find interesting about it because part of me is like, if I was in that situation, what would I do? What would my integrity be worth? And it's hard to say because like in the moment, like if I was faced with the prospect of like you can keep playing the game and you can win $1 million, but you're gonna have to send four people home, and you're like, yeah, I'll take the million
I
dollars.
it's the same question as silence, because you haven't seen that, have you?
I love silence. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, what does it mean to be like essentially stepping on your testimony to like to step on a little
Yeah.
figure
Yeah.
of it's like is
If I
that
renounce my
truly?
faith, if I recant my faith just for like $1 million, but I don't mean it, like does that
Yeah,
matter, right?
yeah,
And I
exactly.
guess I compartmentalize things too much, or maybe I don't see the significance in that. Like if my heart's not in it, it's like you could take
100%. I think cheating in a game like that, I'm like, bro, if
yeah.
you actually think that that like is how a person is or like they're a bad person, it's like you're just
Yeah.
down. Literally how the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. I guess I'm like, it's a game show. But then again, like I understand why some people do because what is interesting is like the people that get close enough to the end now and they like bring their families in and then they meet these people and they're talking to their family members. And then when they go back and like lie to them, it's like they take it very personally because they're like, dude, I trusted you. And everyone's like, yeah, I know. It's just weird. So anyway, it's a weird
Well,
show.
it's sad because it is like Squid Game where he takes all these like desperate people for desperate for money,
I
and
know.
then
Yeah. He's like, I
but
found these really broke people. But then I'm like, not all of them are broke, but
I'm gonna
yeah,
make
some
these
of them
homeless
like,
people fight for $1 million.
I'm gonna get these two people to kill each other for $5 million. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna play Russian roulette and the winner gets $5 million. See, I could already come up with
We
better games
we
than
are
he can.
one step away. I swear it's gonna happen.
Oh, I know. And in fact, I know he's gonna make a bid to become president of the United States so he can make his game show even more like interesting. And I'll be like, I'm shooting this in Dubai because this is the only place where we allow us to fight to the death.
Yeah.
I'm
I
in a I'm in Amazon rainforest where we have cannibals in this tribe and they're gonna eat each other for some clean running water. Guy's crazy, dude. Anyway, so yeah, we're at the beginning stages of his villain arc, so that's crazy. And then I started Death Note. I watched the first 5 episodes of Death Note. No, not the first five. I skipped one because I've already seen one so many times. So I started.
Are you gonna try and finish it all the way through?
So it's funny. I did start it with the intent to finally finish Death Note. So this is gonna be like the third time I'm watching it all the way through.
and
But
then of course you stop right after L.
I won't this time. Even though I always get like 2 or 3 episodes beyond it. But again, remember that TV show I was
I
telling you
wanted
about,
to tell
or
you something.
the
I'm
ratings?
L. Uh, is this guy actually L? What does he expect me to?
The internal dialogue's so good, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, it's even better than Dexter, and Dexter's internal dialogue is great.
yeah, yeah. It's like the show of internal dialogue.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I just love like even when they're playing tennis, he's like, would he expect me? He's like, if I played for the win, would he make me think that I'm like more chance than Kira? Or if I let him beat me, then does he think that I'm trying to prove myself that I'm innocent? And it's like,
so
no,
good,
it's just a game of tennis. I'm like,
so good,
bro,
dude.
your brain's about to explode if you think about all those different combinations.
No, it's literally like the second episode where he's just like, "Yeah, I built this contraption that'll burn my entire house to the ground if someone finds it." You're like, "What is happening?" Like that escalated quickly. Again, I love the show for the
And
fact
then
that
I love too that he's like, oh, people will just think I was overly protective about a
yeah,
diary. I'm like, what do
about a
you have
diary, you're like,
written in that diary,
you
brother?
burn your house to the ground. Yeah.
Bro has better security than the Epstein files for freaking a journal. Oh, you found my diary with my crush in it. You burned down our house. What?
That's so funny, Kim. So yeah, I
Hey,
started Death Note again, and then I'm trying to think if there was another show.
have you
I think
been
that's pretty much it.
keeping up on that type, the Epstein files? They've been like reading about jerky, like eating people.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
That's crazy, dude. I shouldn't laugh, but it's
And
hard. I don't
human
know what to do.
sacrifice, eating and
So
killing babies.
so
It's
many
pretty
good
gross.
memes about it though. They're like so many people are talking like, but you know who's not on the Epstein files? And it's just pictures of P. Diddy. It's like finally someone in LA we can trust. It's like the only honest man in Hollywood. It's just P. Diddy. He's like, I didn't see a single comment about P. Diddy in the Epstein files.
Dude, he was doing his own ring, dude. Constitution
And I'm like,
is
I'm like, he was the competition. He
he's
was
the
he was
competition.
not he was not at those parties because he was
That'd be
throwing his
so funny
own.
to say. Like someone gets misinformed and they're like, "At least he was doing something about it." Yeah. And then you get the wrong information. You're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. He was the competition." That would be so funny. At least he was doing something about it. What's that? Oh, he was the competition. I'm sorry. Viewers, I'm sorry. I need to make a retraction. Oh shoot, that is so funny. Oh my gosh. Well shoot.
But
Anyway, that's everything I've seen. So
but remember that episode of Atlanta when Skarsgård is eating the hand? I'm like, oh fudge, this is real.
well, I thought he was doing an impression of Arnie Hammer, wasn't he?
Oh, okay.
Right? I thought that's what he was
I
doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
you said it was a reference to something, and I didn't know what that reference was.
Oh, I think it was. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's been a while since I watched Atlanta. Dude, Atlanta was so good. The first two seasons, man.
first two seasons. Yeah, three has a few good episodes. Kind of turns into Rick and Morty, where it's like one episode good, one episode sucked.
Yeah, yeah. Um, well,
All
shoot.
right,
We end every movie podcast by sharing. Well, no, I already did that. Sorry, we're done.
Ty's tired.
Yeah, I am tired. Sorry. Leave us an email at futuremovies@gmail.com. Leave us a comment and a review our podcast game.
Now it's my turn to actually talk about what I've seen.
Buckle up. Here we go for another half
Going
hour.
to midnight.
Oh, good stuff. Well, anyway, this has been Future Hidden Movie Gems signing out. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Ham.
And
Oh, wait. How do I end the podcast?